Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Die Party Whiskers and Whiskey, a mouse guard role-playing adventure game that I do here with my famous internet friends of internet fame. I'm going to go around and introduce them because that's how we do it. Let's start off with Mr. Mythmatic, who is our first player of this evening, who plays Chester Tumbleton. What up, sir? How you doing?
Hey there, sorry. I'm on a laptop because the other computer is in repair.
See,
Actually, I may be able to switch.
I thought you were going to make the joke of like coming in live from
I'm coming in live
satellite.
from the helicopter. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm on the traffic cam, Henley. How you doing? No. So I may be actually able to switch back over. It seems everything is working. So in a couple minutes, I could probably do that switch. But hi there. I'm really happy. I'm back and playing. I'm happy. It is Sunday, so we can start playing our wacky mice guard, mice knights, mice watch.
Mouse watch.
Exactly.
Mouse men.
Exactly. Yeah. The League of Extraordinary Mice.
That's it. Yeah. So what have you been up to, man? What have you been doing the past week?
Oh, same old, same old. I've been doing a lot of role play here and there in the GTA servers.
I got to get into that, man. That sounds like a
lot of
fucking
fun.
riot.
Yeah. It's a ton of fun. I spent the whole weekend just eating. I'm definitely gaining weight here, which is great. But I feel like in Mississippi everything's fried, so I mean that's kind of my excuse. But it's good. It's a lot of fun. We went shopping today and fixed a computer. But yeah, that's what's been going on.
Sweet. Awesome. And the other player that we need to introduce, because we only have 3 in this game, is none other than Kika. What up, Kika? How you doing? How's your week?
Hey, it was pretty good. Mostly just working out stuff, finishing up my pre-med, figuring out housing and things.
So real
nothing
life.
too exciting.
Real life,
a lot of real life.
Man.
I mean, like, technically being on the computer is part of real life.
I use it as an escapism. It's really bad, and yeah, I have a problem. But
Actually,
you know,
the other week I wrote a short essay on escapism and things like that for my psych class. So.
did you talk about role-playing games as something along those lines, or
Briefly, a lot more of it was video games, but I probably should. I probably could write something on. Yeah. If there's something I can go too into depth with, I try to avoid doing it, or else I'll just spend too much time on the task.
So if you are you one of those people where like if you start researching escapism in role-playing games, you'll stop playing role-playing games, or like?
I'll just know way too much and then talk at length about it to, everyone else's dismay.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior staying away from the devil of Dungeons and Dragons?
Man, the Dungeons and Dragons, like the anti-Dungeons and Dragons, like Christian-based propaganda is hilarious.
Have you seen that movie? I forget what it's called. The one...
Mazes and Monsters?
Is that it? There's one movie which is basically just like a retelling of the Christian comic book about how Dungeons and Dragons is the devil's work.
I've actually been meaning to watch it.
It's
just for shits and giggles.
It's a little too much for me. I like my cringe, but that's just like...
It might be fun to do a riff track of it.
Yeah, I think they might actually have a riff track of that. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Anyway, enough about me.
Yeah, and last but not least, we have our resident sandwich artist and internet famous man of myth and legend, Eric Vulgaris. What up, sir? How you doing?
Hey, Henley. Thanks for having me back. I'm excited to come back into the Game Master seat for some more Mouse Guard.
Can you just once in your life, Eric, just be like, instead of being like, hey, man, it's good to have you. Thanks for being here. And just be like, fuck yeah, let's do this shit. Yeah. I mean, like...
It's like my WWE intro. It's like confetti and rock music playing up. Yeah, just have like Kid Rock or something. Just like blasting in the background, like, "What's up, everybody? It's Eric Vulgaris in the house." Yeah, I don't know, something like that, right?
I'm here to kick ass and roll some dice.
And I'm all out of ass kicking.
In fact, I just got dice. So
Yeah.
All right, cool, great, perfect. So if you haven't already done so, we actually this is our second week playing this game, so you can go check out the first week, which is a great introduction, character creation, and a little bit of a story. But Eric, why don't you give us a rundown on what happened last week?
I'm glad you brought that up, Henley, because believe it or not, this game actually begins with previously on Mouse Guard.
Nice.
In order for this is actually a mechanical thing.
Oh, it is
in the game.
Shit.
Yes. So one of you guys, is actually going to go ahead and give us a recap. As long as you haven't done it last week or the week before, if you give us the previously on Mouse Guard, you can actually recover either a condition for free if you had a condition, but we're all healthy. Alternatively, you can recover one of those points of that spent nature that went down after going Super Saiyan.
Who has a spent nature?
I believe Myth has one that's already was spent once. That's a good candidate for previously on Mouse Guard. But
previously on Mouse Guard, we went to the we were told that there may be a missing grain peddler between the towns of blank and blank. So we went to look for them. Tumbleton went with what was Kika? What's your mouse's name?
Ellie.
Ellie.
Yeah, you can just call her Ellie.
Elefina.
Eluthium.
Eluthium.
Eluthium Tuss.
Yes, that's what it was. Ellie and what was mine? Chester and Ellie were with their leader, or their guard, or their mentor. What was yours, Henley?
Huey.
Huey. That's it. Thank you. So Huey led us to get some more information out of this grain peddler to see what he's been up to. Huey learned that he was in fact a spy. So from there, we went and we tried our best to interrogate the grain peddler. We saw him sleeping. We interrogated him with not much at first, and then later we were able to get something out of him. He was in fact lying. And then we went into another town. We continued down the road and went to the tavern. And from there, we met up with the people he was meeting up with, so we can then try to expose them. And when we were doing that, I kind of lost what happened after that. I know that we left, and then we fell down a hill into a camp, but I don't remember.
There's no "we" in that sentence.
You fell down the hill.
That ending part was all me. Yeah, but what we did before that.
Yeah, well, I can fill in that little detail.
All right.
You were following on the trail of the people that Coriander sold the map to. Coriander Periwinkle was the merchant who was caught in the bind.
And we were sneaking up on them to see. They have like a little camp of like other banditos. Wait, what do you call mice banditos? Just bandits?
Yeah, bandits. Freedom fighters, if you will.
And the idea was that we wanted to catch them by surprise, ambush them in the night, but that didn't work because lovely and mascotish Chester decided to slip on a proverbial banana peel and roll down a hill, tail and ears tumbling in all different directions.
Indeed.
Living up to his last name.
Tumbleton. Oh my god. I just noticed that.
All right. Thank you so much for the recap, Myth. Go ahead and boost your nature score which was, I believe,
6.
let's go look at your character sheet. No, it was 5 out of 6.
Yeah.
It was up to 6 out of 6 again. Thank you for that.
Yay! Of course. Thank.
Now we go to the next part of the game. This is the second part of the 4 phases of the game. This is the GM turn. So, and this is kind of when I take the reins for a little bit and kind of navigate us through a couple things that you guys are encountering. We're going to pick up right where we left off from last session, from last session's Christmas special cliffhanger ending. You as in Esther, you find yourself tumbling down a hill, down into this encampment of all you can see are just dozens of mice, perhaps less than 50, more than 15, right? You tumble down this hill, and you see the lanterns. So the mice carry like these little like paper lanterns, and you see like numerous lanterns hanging off these various tents and lean-tos, until you finally you tumble down, cracking and breaking branches, and crumbling of leaves coming down, until you wind up pretty much right into the camp. This was not a stealthy entrance, for 2 mice come over to you that were part of this group. Both of them look at each other. Their ears do that little like twitch back, like they heard something, right? You can hear the festivities and conversations going on around some sort of like larger central gathering at the camp. But these 2 come back and be like, "Hey, Cole, did you hear something?" "Yeah, and they turn around and they see you tumbling down that hill, and they come to you. They're wearing black neckerchiefs around their neck, but otherwise they are unclothed. But they also have little knives on them. Well, one of them has a knife. The other one has a giant like soup spoon on their back.
Ladle.
Yeah, sorry, ladle. Yes. And they say, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here." To you, like, "Hey, you," pointing to you.
Well, you see, I'm not supposed to be here. I was walking above the cliffs up here, and unfortunately, the hills do not go uphill both ways, and I actually slipped and fell, and now I'm here. I'm sorry. Which way is the exit of this encampment?
And I feel like maybe this is the point when they are starting to come at you. Like they're like,
Okay.
like you're trying to talk them out, and this isn't a talk out kind of situation.
No.
This is going to be them trying to grab you and bring you to the camp as a prisoner to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
So at this
let
point,
that happen.
yeah, you're not going to try to resist?
No, he's not a fighter.
Okay. We see this happening. Well, I'm just going to telegraph to you.
Yeah.
This would be a health versus health test.
Okay.
For them to like fight them off, right?
Okay.
So okay, but anyways, I believe you weren't traveling alone. You had a partner with you who's still at the top of the hill. I'm really curious to see what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Eluthian, you see this happening. They haven't spotted you at all. What do you do?
But I can't hear them, can I?
No, I mean you can hear them.
I can.
Yeah, and you can see down below. Maybe Cole is actually holding a lantern, illuminating our friend Chester, who's kind of like trying to scurry back as they're like approaching them. They don't have their weapons drawn, but they're going to try to grab you. And what do you do? This is bad.
It's very bad. And is Huey close by? I know he was sort of following along, but he was back a ways.
I believe he's back at the tavern. I believe he didn't choose to come along because he's not stealthy.
Well, the idea was that I was going to stay back, but not actually participate in the stealth part of this mission.
Gotcha. Okay. So, then perhaps this is the question for Ellie and Huey. What are you gonna do about Chester? Chester's about ready to get grabbed by these guys.
You said there was like 50 mice in here or some shit?
I said somewhere between 15 and 30. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know what I'm doing. You might not like it.
This is also your tender paw. This is your person that you're supposed to protect.
Yeah, I'm going in there and I'm getting him back out.
Okay.
But I would like to do something
Okay. Yeah.
slightly different. I'd like to stand up and go to the edge of the hill and look down at the two mice with my sling raised and say, "Throw down your arms and surrender. You are completely surrounded by the mouse god. Keep your mitts off my friends here, or you will face the wrath of Huey, the white, who has fought off numerous weasels single-handedly, barehandedly in some cases, 5 score at a time."
So you're trying to orate to them.
Yes.
Right.
I'm gonna
Totally.
orate the heck out of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, do it.
So of course they pause. They're like, mouse guard. And let's see what happens. So to convince them that it's their best idea to put down their weapons and run, I believe it's going to be let me see what their will is real quick. It's probably not that great because these guys aren't that wise. It's an ob 2.
2?
Correct.
Cool. I have 2 in orator, and I believe fiery also adds into that. Level 2.
Do you want to boost this one with that trait?
Yes.
Okay.
And does Legends of the Guard wise play into this, as I am orating upon Huey's achievements?
It could definitely after you roll. The way wises work.
After. Okay.
Yeah, it's after you see the dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use your persona to re-roll all the failed ones. I think.
Or a fate. Yeah, that's right. Or a fate to re-roll one of them. Good remembering. Nice mind skills there, Hanley.
Thanks, bruh.
Cool. So you have this rousing speech and see what happens to both of them.
Okay, 2. Yeah. What Ob was 2?
Correct, it was 2.
Cool.
Yeah, you just got it.
Nice.
Cool. Check that you use that trait for you. And this was fiery, right?
Yes, fiery.
So
Awesome. Yep.
Oh, sorry. I have a pretzel in my throat.
Please
All
don't
right.
die.
Henley's gonna die. So we may need to replace him out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So I did this last time. I used Guard's Honor, and I have a check for used for in it. What exactly do we do with that?
Uncheck the used for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets reset after each session.
So you can only use a trait once per session?
For yourself once per session, unless it's a level 2 trait, which then lets you use it twice per session.
But we only have one checkbox for useful. Okay.
That's a character sheet problem.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yes.
Well, my brave is level 2,
yeah.
so I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Right. Cool. So, So let's talk about the results. This was a rousing success, right? The two mice, right? Cole and Nolan, both of them see you up on the hill. I guess it's almost like that. If you don't mind, if this is a picture of the comic book, to me, in my mind, I see you're just like the silhouette of darkness, like up there with like the thing, almost like a Batman-esque kind of figure. And I think they see you doing that, and then we kind of see Huey like also coming in and like sword and like armor, and they're like, whoa, and they just drop their stuff and they just run into the camp being like, mouse guard, and everyone in the camp is freaking out.
Yeah, so maybe I turn to Ellie and I'm just like, well, you might have saved Chester, but now we have a different problem.
Correct. And sorry, yeah, Chester is totally fine because the people getting him ran away. But yes, so Now
my
all these...
goal was just to save Chester, so I did my part.
Yeah. And
let's see how much of a smoke you have in about 45 minutes.
We can take them.
That's cool. Yeah, and I think before we go any further, this is also sort of the setup for, I think, what's going to be the rest of the remaining part of this mission. So I think this is also going to be the good part when we want to talk about what our goals are going to be for this session.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
Okay.
I wanted to start off with that, sort of seeing where things are going and what's happening, in order to just establish what's going on, because this mission, unlike the first one, wasn't an order from Gwendolyn or a favor from a friend or somebody telling you. This is just following on the footsteps of last session. So I just wanted to get a chance.
Okay. Following the aspect that I've selected for my character, which is that he's hella brave, I guess apprehend or not so much. I mean, okay. Let me ask you this: what is the lethality like in this game? Like, if I go into combat with a sword and I start swinging it, am I going to kill mice, or is it like a thing where I hit them and
mice will die?
Okay.
No. Mice will die.
Okay.
So how death works in this game is that death must be established in what's called a conflict, and it must be that we are killing each other in our goals. So in a conflict, you state what your goal is out of the conflict, right?
Oh, Jeebus. Why have we got a third person in here now? Oh, I see. He's swapping computers.
I see. Hot swapping the PCs.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, go on.
Cool. So
if I set a goal to, like, eliminate the enemy encampment.
Yeah.
Is okay. Is that qualify... eliminate both apprehend and slaughter, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Stop the bandits. That's a fine goal.
Stop the bandits. Okay. Yeah, I'll use that.
Or eliminate the bandits. That's also a good goal. Right?
Stop the
bandit threat. Neutralize the threat is
the bandit
military thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. I want to still keep my same belief in instinct though.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Which was, I shall not hesitate in life or combat, as they should be treated as the same thing. And the instinct is, I will put my body between danger and my friends, because my body is stronger than my friends. I really like that one. I really like that one a lot, actually. So
yeah. So, how much did you catch of that, Myth? Because I know you were swapping the PCs.
That's you, Myth.
Hello?
He's muted himself, I think.
Okay.
I think he's...
Fair. Maybe, I think he's still getting stuff set up then.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, no problem. Ellie, have you come up with a goal for today's session?
My goal is basically to try to protect Chester, because he's sort of my buddy, and he's doesn't really seem very combat wise. Like, I can trust Huey to look after himself, but I don't know, she's very concerned about her fellow guards mouse in training.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I want to see something real quick. Yeah, Ellie. So this is the next part I'm going to mention while Myth's getting things set up. Up on the hill, after you see people running back and you see the shapes and lights moving in the shadows of the foray of dozens of mice moving around, being like, what do we do? What do we do? What's going on? How many mouse guard? You see that the camp also has a prisoner in a stockade, right? Like in like a cage. And you see it is... let me ask you this question, and why no, it's them. Why is it Tulip Tenderhall, the hunter from Lockhaven, your friend, is the one in that cage? What identifies them to you?
Tendertail.
Tendertail, I'm so sorry. It is tender
right.
cats. I'm staring right at it. I'm so sorry.
Tulip Tendertail has like sort of longer snout and very scruffy, like raggedy hair that sort of is all over the place, which she can't do anything to deal with, no matter what. Yeah. And she has a very distinctive sort of sandier colored coat.
Yeah. So
Not just.
Yeah. Matching her description is an imprisoned mouse. What's the color is her cloak?
Her cloak is sort of like a lavender color.
Yeah. So the lighter color fur, the lavender cloak, it's almost for sure her who's captured.
Is she a mouse guard, your friend?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are mouse guard and they are captured.
Okay. Maybe that can be your goal or something. I don't know.
You're definitely going to go all in on trying to save Tulip.
Yeah. So, while you may not know the circumstances of what's going on in these hills and stuff, obviously these people wanted the plans for Lockhaven. They're pretty unsurly folk. And they have a mouse guard person captured.
Great. Well, I mean, that's a small fuel for my fire, so.
Definitely.
Do we have a myth yet? Is there an ancient myth that we can bring
Myth
into the
is
stream?
muted in Zoom, so it's possible.
Yeah, you muted in Zoom if that's what the problem is.
You're actually muted in the application.
My God, live technical difficulties. The art of changing computers midway through the stream.
Dun, dun.
Well, I don't know. We can just continue. His pretty face will suffice for now, I suppose.
You could say that
I can
Chester
start
is
his face
frozen
around.
in terror.
Okay. Sure. So, this foray is going on, right? You see maybe also through the
BRB need to rejoin, he says.
Okay. Perhaps we also see someone trying to organize these mice in order to get them to rally and be like, it's okay, we can do this. Get ready.
I want to hit him right in the
This is
face
what-
with a rock.
Okay. And let's I believe Dave, you are also on board with basically attacking these guys.
Oh yeah. Be brave.
Cool.
Let's be brave together.
Yeah. Then let's jump over to this screen. Because this is where the conflicts go down. So what we're going to be doing now.
Oh, this is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. What an odd shaped board. Okay, let me just
You're still muted in Zoom. Okay.
He's also not in Roll20 yet.
Yeah. So,
Get all mics and stuff set up. Can you hear me?
whoa.
yeah,
we go.
there you go.
Good? Bad? Too much?
No, it's good.
No, it's good.
Welcome back to the world of the living. So,
Yeah.
do you have a goal, Mister?
Do I have a goal?
Yeah.
Now, in this predicament
Yeah.
from them.
Yeah. For the,
Probably eat. What time is it?
Oh my god.
What time of day
it's
is it?
even. Oh, it's definitely at night, right? You guys were waiting around to almost last call at the bar
Sure.
when
So
this got
eat-
kicked off. So
eat
it's
breakfast
super
with
late.
my friends again.
Okay.
So
Sir-
don't die.
Don't
Yeah,
die.
but also be with them. So buy breakfast.
Okay. So our goal, I guess, for this combat scenario, if I'm looking at this right, we just need to fill this out, yeah?
Yep. So all we need is, what is your fictional goal here? If you could, so prior to even explaining how to functionally do something mechanically, what do you fictionally want out of this? Because this is gonna script basically the entire fight of you guys going in and fucking stuff up. But
yeah,
what do you want out of this?
So the whole point of us coming here was to shore up the defenses of Lockhaven by finding out who is purchasing the blueprints, right? So to that end, it means either finding information or eliminating the entire camp, right? Essentially,
okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, then, in order to do, since we're coming out with swords and stuff like that, though, it seems it's going to be like we have to solve the first problem first, which would be basically prevent the mice from hurting you anymore, right? All that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay. No problem. So, go ahead and make your goal being eliminate the stop the bandits from fighting anymore, right?
Okay.
Or kill the bandits, or just break into the camp successfully. Fight your way into the camp successfully.
Okay.
Right. Fine. Something to that effect, because that's what we're doing.
Into the camp.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
change this color.
Cool. Oh, could you not edit the one that I had open? I'm sorry. Tell you what, go ahead and delete yours. I'll just write mine on top of it. I'm so sorry. I thought you could edit my thing.
No,
my bad. Okay, cool. So what we're doing here is we just did was we're going to establish our goals for the conflict.
Okay.
We know that this conflict is going to be what's called a fight conflict. All right. And because we know it's going to be a fight conflict, then we need to start coming up with what's called a disposition score. So let me to talk about what's going on right now in this part of the game. This is what we're doing is called a conflict. This is like the gritty mechanics of Mouse Guard for solving anything that comes down to, if you were fighting a snake, if you were actually like physically fighting anything in a dramatic way, you use this type of conflict system. If you were trying to convince somebody like the queen or somebody that you need more men, then you could, in a dramatic way, you would use this conflict system. The conflict system is sort of just the general detailed system, and you could, it's more of a chassis that everything's built on to give you compromises in outcomes. That's the general way. I'll explain more as we play. I'm not going to tell you, like, I'm not going to waste our time talking for 10 minutes when we're not going to know anything what's going on yet. The easiest way is just kind of just go through it the first time and a little bit, bite our teeth on it a little bit and then keep moving. So the next step here, so we have our goals. We know that we're going to be doing this fighting conflict, is calculating our disposition. Our disposition is like our morale score. When our disposition hits 0, we lose. If the enemy's disposition hits 0, they also lose. So it's possible. So throughout the rest of the conflict, you're going to be scripting actions that try to affect the other person's disposition or healing yours. And just real quick, that's attack. Attacking does damage to the other person's disposition. Defending tries to heal your own disposition. Maneuvering sets you up for the next round to do something else with more dice. Feinting is like a trick maneuver that only works if the other side, that only works successfully if the other side is defending.
So you're talking about this little icon thingy over here? This little map thing?
So think of this as like complex rock, paper, scissors. Okay. That's what we're doing to solve the problem. So the first thing we can do is come up with our hit points.
Mm-hmm.
The way we do this is it's a fighter test based on the person who's leading this conflict. And based on the circumstances, I think this might be you, Henley, but I'm willing to...
Here, I'll fuck with that.
All right. So this is just like any other test in the game. This calculates your hit points. So this is a fighter test. People can help you. You can invoke traits, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so I got 6 points in fighter.
That's pretty good.
I've also got brave, which is a trait, which I think makes sense here. I've also got weapon wise and night wise.
Those are all good. We are at night.
Yep.
You're using weapons.
Yep. So what's that? 7, 8, 9? 9 rolls.
Yep. Are both Ellie and wait a second. Can Chester help you if Chester doesn't have fighter? Does Chester not have fighter? Okay. Chester doesn't have. Okay.
He's a lover.
Absolutely. No, he's an eater.
He's an eater.
Eater, not a
Yeah.
fighter.
Ellie
Okay.
doesn't have fighter either.
Oh no. Okay.
She has healer though.
So then you're on a limb here, dude. You can. So then no one else. So your two buddies can help you for this.
Okay, so 9.
Yep. So you have 9 dice. Go ahead and roll those 9 dice.
Does
And
anyone
I
have
can't use my
any?
nature.
Does anyone have any traits or anything like that? That
You
might
can
be appropriate
totally. Only you can. Only the person who's making the test can invoke traits.
Okay.
here? Okay.
But I can't use my nature to help.
No.
Okay.
No. Because this is a fighter test, skills help skills.
Okay.
You could. You brought up a really good point though. Remember, based on our list of skills, this is a fighter test. You could totally help with hunter if you have hunter.
I have scout.
Scout's not good enough. It's only hunter. I'm sorry.
Tulip has hunter because she's a hunter.
Yeah,
Okay.
but she's unable
And-
to help.
So what's the OB? Mr.
It's a
G?
0.
It's
It's an ob 0.
Oh, okay.
This fighter test does not count towards learning or practicing fighter in any way.
Oh, this is
this
just for the
is-
HP,
okay.
right? Yeah.
This is just for the HP.
All right. I rolled a lot of 1s there.
You rolled a lot of 1s. You did get a 6. If you wanted, you could do, night wise, or you could use a wise to reroll all of those failures.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that's a
which would
good.
be 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5. You would
Reroll
reroll 5 dice. That's spending one of your persona points to do that, and then explaining how that works. And then what you're going to be doing is
let's do that.
okay. What does this look like?
When I invoke my persona, I take
No,
out
you
a
invoke a
evoker
wise.
and I shoot myself.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're invoking a wise,
Okay.
specifically.
I imagine it's a lot like it's probably the night wise, and I imagine it's a lot of like, maybe I'm about to step out of like the shadow into like the light of the camp, and then I'm about to do it, and maybe I just sort of like I look around, sniff the air a little bit, and sort of like skulk back just a smidgen. To still stay sort of hidden outside the camp light, or the barrier of light that they have. Because, as an old grizzled... Oh, it's worth pointing out too, I changed my my character a little bit in between sessions. I don't know if we ever mentioned that, but he's now a guard captain, which is... which means he has a...
Super old mouse.
Super old mouse, and he has a lot more skills.
Yeah. Which would make sense. That's why he also has 2 tender paws, and they entrusted 2 tender paws to go with him.
Yeah. But I imagine it's just nightways like that. It's mostly like because
Okay.
I'm
Sure.
wizened and old, and I understand how far most mice can see in the dark. So I try and stay
Perfect.
a little bit outside until I can finish counting heads of mice, basically.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So re-roll re-roll those failures.
So just roll again.
No, roll again. Roll just / roll
Okay.
5d6
Yeah.
or something.
All right, so that's all successes. God damn. So that's
Wow.
9 HP Perfect.
That's really good, man.
Yeah.
That's really, really good.
Good persona use. So I'm down to 2 now.
So you have not. So here's what you're gonna do now. You're gonna add that 9 to your health score.
Dude, I can't fucking edit that shit.
What is your health, Huey?
My health is
3.
3. Yeah.
So your total disposition is 12. So you're 12 out of 12. That's a really good disposition, my friend. As we'll see.
Yeah. They must be shitting their pants that Huey the
And I'm gonna quickly
White.
calculate
Is that what you
this
called
disposition.
me? Huey the White?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You mind? Can you turn yourself up a bit more, Myth? You're pretty quiet.
Yeah, just now.
You
Good
had
now?
white armor, right?
I had red armor, but I'm a white mouse.
red
so-
armor. Oh yeah,
Okay. Their disposition is 8.
white mouse.
Quaint 8.
Okay. And you are the conflict captain of this one, Henley. Cool. So here's the next step. So now that we have our HP, the next step is that we're going to be taking turns scripting what are called volleys. Volleys are the rock, paper, scissors, shoot part of the game. We're going to be doing 3 of them because there's 3 of you, right? And so each of you is going to be taking one of these turns doing a volley. Just like a D&D round, you can't go until everyone else is gone again. Okay? So you're going to be picking one of these 4 things: attack, defend, feint, or maneuver, which is what I went over in a little bit. Before, you guys can totally talk about what you want to choose, the order that you want to use them in, and here's how things break down in the game. When you use attack in a fight conflict, you're using fighter. If you're using defend, you're using nature. If you're using maneuver, you are using fighter. And if you're using if you're using maneuver, you're using nature. And if you're using feint, you're using fighter.
Okay. Can you move that little box over to the left a bit more?
Oh, no problem, my friend.
Thanks, dude. Make it bigger. Go on. Make it bigger.
I actually gotta. So to move it off the screen.
You want to move it off the screen? I was going to make it on the
Just got
screen.
some space, my friend.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. So. Oh, did you want to move it to the right? Is what you meant?
Yeah, to the left.
Oh, I have a better idea.
Oh, yeah, you do? What's
Sorry,
that?
man. Look at this. Look at this. Massive,
Boom.
awesome. Look at this shit, man. Professional.
Professional. Let me put that
Okay.
on the screen there.
So, here's some things. So once again, I'm gonna write that. I'll write that down somewhere. Or right? Yeah, I don't have it listed here.
Okay.
Okay. So does that make sense?
Kinda.
What
I
I'm
mean,
asking you to do?
I think we could just roll with it and.
Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it the first time, and then you'll be like, "Oh,
So-
that's what he meant."
In a conflict, though, that means that the two, like pretty much only myself, will have the ability to do a lot of the maneuvers because no one else in the group has fight or fighter.
Correct. They can always use their nature. Remember, if you don't have the skill, you can always try nature,
Okay.
or you can try to learn it.
Yeah, I mean, you can always fail things, right?
Yep. So, the next part of the phase is I get to script my 3 actions. Okay?
Okay.
And I have done that. So these are my 3 actions for the mice. Obviously, I'll leave the cards face down. And now you guys have to determine what order you want to do things in.
Okay. So do we draw cards? Like, how does this work?
Yes. So you, as a conflict captain, want to draw cards or choose the cards based from the deck there to the right.
Okay, so what's the difference between drawing and choosing?
I mean, choosing just gives you, if you just drew cards, you just will be getting a bunch of cards into your hand. If you choose cards, you can choose one of the 4 cards just automatically and then drag them to the table.
Okay, so we have attack, defend, feint, and maneuver. Okay, I see. So it's the same
Yes.
as before. So who wants to go first? I mean, we don't... Obviously, I guess the first thing we need to do is try and reduce their HP, right? So... Because, you know, we don't have HP to regain, I guess.
No. So here's something, once again. You're doing damage to their disposition. The disposition is the strength of their goal. Right?
Yeah. Okay, so let's.
So it doesn't so it doesn't necessarily reflect individual hit points. It represents your group's hit points as a whole.
Okay,
I would like to propose something.
go ahead.
Yeah, what's up?
Given that I already have my sling going and I see a mouse trying to rouse the other mice, I would like to try to either hit it or, spook it enough so that like it'll unsettle the other mice so they can't really be roused properly.
Yeah, that's to me sounds like maneuver. Like you're trying to set yourselves up, right? You're setting yourself up for a better thing, and that sounds really good. Cool. So maybe you're going first with maneuver.
That sound good?
That sounds good to me. I like it.
Okay.
So you also have a sling,
Yeah,
and
I have a
slings, slings give you 1 extra die to maneuver.
Yep.
Attacks in combat.
So that's what I drew. That's conflict maneuver, right? Okay.
Yep.
How come it's face down?
Yep. Keep it face down for now. I mean, you can flip it up if you want, because I can't change my cards once they're played.
Okay. So how do we? Okay, flip card.
Yeah. And then
there we go. Cool.
Also, I'm gonna do this real quick, so I can do it like this. I'm just gonna put everyone's names above the round so we know who's doing what.
Okay.
Cool. So Ellie, you're going to be doing this maneuver thing. What's the next person? Who's the next person going? Is it going to be Chester or is it going to be Huey? And what do you fictionally just describe what we're doing, and then I can help you interpret maybe what card that is.
Well, with that in mind, maybe Chester,
you don't get
what
to
do
see
you,
the.
what do you feel? What do you feel like you would do in this situation?
So I'm being dragged away right now.
No, you're not. You've been saved already.
I'm being saved. So
I scared them.
Oh, okay. Yes, I guess I missed that part. So I am now not. I'm now free to move and do stuff.
Yeah.
Correct.
Cool. All right.
They scared them away.
Great. I am probably still scared. I don't know if I have any weapons. We've got a dagger.
You have a shield, right? Don't you have a shield?
Yeah, I have a shield. Yeah.
Mechanically, shields give you a bonus to defend.
Okay.
But there's nothing. But just because something gives you a bonus to something doesn't mean you can't use a shield to attack, right?
Okay,
Or maneuver or whatever.
What is around me at the moment?
Sure. So around you at the moment are a bunch of mice who are kind of all wearing these black bandanas around their, or handkerchiefs kind of things around their face. They're all kind of scrambling around to get weapons and trying to figure out where the mouse guard's attacking, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a chaotic situation right now.
Yeah. Okay. Could I try to scramble around and grab a weapon as well? Actually, no. I probably won't do that.
Yeah.
I guess I'll try to reach for the shield behind my back, and then go into like a defensive mode. So I mean, like as a person who doesn't fight or react first, I'd like to try to I'd probably go third. I feel like, because then I could see what's happening and then react, run, or
okay. So like you're over here then.
Yeah.
With a defense. I guess. I mean, well, ideally, the way that I would sort of look at it maybe is using your your little huddle that you put yourself into. I can kind of get closer or something like that without getting, I don't know, hit with arrows. I don't know if they have any arrowmen or whatever, but I'm cool with it being either way.
Yeah. Ellie, Huey.
Did you pick those cards? Or did you draw those cards?
I mean, I picked them from. There's only 4.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, those are perfect. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so Ellie, Huey, and Chester, just so we see the order. And now we execute each of these volleys individually.
Okay.
So we flip the card. So it was an attack versus a maneuver. So the bandit group of mice try to grab their weapons, and they're like, they're over here. And you see a group of them try to come off, facing. Names facing Huey.
Okay.
Ellie, you have a clear shot at the leader person who's wearing a red bandana. And I believe you said you're going to try to like hurt them before they can say any more.
Yeah.
Orders and stuff. Cool. So what happens in a maneuver versus an attack is that this is called a versus test. And there's 2 tests you need to know about. And we've already seen them before in the game, right? Versus test means you have to beat the other person's dice number of successes. Independent means we both go. We both achieve our thing, and we just both do whatever happens simultaneously. Okay? Those are the 2 things that you need to know. Independent means if like an attack versus attack is independent, and that's the best example. That means you do damage and I do damage. There's no ablating it. We just both do damage to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Versus attack means only the person who got the highest number of attacks does damage equal to the amount of the margin of success over the other person. Right? So if you had 4 and the other person had 3, you do 1 point of damage to them.
And what did you say this was? Sorry.
Sorry, these are the 2 types of tests, versus and independence.
Yeah.
And that's what that chart is up there to show you how to resolve the rock paper scissors.
Maneuver and attack.
Attack.
So that's versus.
Correct. So now we get to go into actually making our tests here, right? And we're making our tests, and whoever has the highest test, their thing happens. Okay.
Okay. So it's nature plus 1 for my sling.
Yes. So this is a fight. Maneuvering is with nature. This is within your nature, so you don't have to worry about it getting taxed unless you lose.
Okay.
And so you're people can help you in this as well. You know, Henley can help you with his nature. Chester can help them with his nature, just like any other test.
Do you feel like maybe
you can invoke a trait? You can invoke, all that stuff. Persona. It's just like any other test.
I have brave. Would that work for invoking a trait? Yeah.
Totally. Describe if could it work? I love that you're asking this question. I would love to hear you describe why it should work. Right.
Well, this is a new situation for me, and normally one would be rather taken aback and startled, but Ellie is able to keep a calm head, and despite all the commotion, keep her focus directly on that one leader mouse.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, this is...
You got the eye on the cheese.
Yeah.
You got your eye on the big cheese, you know?
Perfect. Yep, cool.
Okay.
Cool. So now, what is your current nature?
4.
Cool. So that's where it starts.
And then I put an input value 2, 1 for trait, 1 for weapon.
Yep. Is at this point as well, Chester and Huey can also describe how they're helping you.
If they choose to.
Sure, yeah. So I can't help with wises, right?
No, you can help with a wise.
Okay.
In lieu of a skill, wises, when you're not the person who's making the roll, you can help with wises in lieu of the relevant skill if it's fictionally appropriate.
Okay, so I have a lot of skills.
Yeah.
What is a good one for nature? Then?
Nature. Nature helps nature, so you can pretty much always help as long as you have nature.
Okay.
But you can also help with a wise and stuff. Right?
So
you have night wise. You have weapon wise. Totally.
Yeah.
Plenty of things for this. You're super wise in this situation, Henley.
So maybe I use my weapon wise here. You're using a sling, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, and maybe I'm just like I just like I see you're about to fire or something like that, right? And maybe I'm just like, wait, and then a big breeze just goes, and I'm like, okay, now, something like that, like, something that would push your rock off course or something. Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's good. That's super good.
Okay, so that adds an extra 1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's an extra helper die. Is Chester going to help?
There's slinging.
I'm slinging.
Who are you attacking?
Their leader.
Could I push someone out of the way to then make create a clear shot?
Totally.
All right, I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay.
I don't know what that would be. Probably fight.
Nature. Well, you're helping with nature.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh my god.
Perfect.
All
Then.
right, so
You got a ton of nature.
I do.
Yeah.
All nature, all the time.
Yep. That's all I am.
Oh, natural.
Exactly. All right.
Nope.
So what am I doing here? I'm rolling.
I thought I just
dice.
added to my
Oh,
dice.
you just added. Okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, I have that all. And Ob.
Is 4.
No, the
4?
ob is just put 1 in it for now. The ob is going to be based on the number of successes that I get for
Oh,
rolling.
okay. Right.
Okay. Shouldn't it be
And
0
we're gonna-
then?
Yeah, but no, it should be 1 because this
Okay.
is you can mark experience for this test.
Okay.
As a note, I typically write ob 0 if you can't gain experience, like disposition.
Ah, okay.
Any help traits?
Boop. Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not good. So, you had 6. So you had 4.
Yeah.
I had 6. So I win, which means I will end up doing damage to you.
Unless you
Oh.
wanted to. So why? Sorry, hang on. Persona's when you reroll everything. Fate is when you reroll ones.
Yes. So
You've got 2 ones
before,
in there, so it's up to you which if you want
here's
to. Use
no. Hold on. It's better than that, Henley.
Oh.
So at this point, let's look at Ellie's character sheet. Let's look at your wises.
Okay, I can't do that. So.
You have
I have-
legends. You have Legends of the Guard wise.
Yes.
If you can think of a way how Legends of the Guard wise is applicable, because you have no 6s, you can't reroll, so you can't make 6s explode like luck, like we saw last session. But because you might have an applicable wise here with Legends of the Guard wise. If you do and you want, you have 2 options on the table here. You can either spend a fate point, describe how Legends of the Guard wise helps you, and you can re-roll 1 failure. That doesn't really do anything for you because you're missing 2, right? The second one is spending a persona point, describe how Legends of the Guard wise helps you, and you can re-roll all failures. So that's anything less than a 4, 5, or 6 on those dice.
I want to
so
do
that's-
that.
4 die, is it?
Okay.
No, that's more
Yeah,
than 4
so you could
dice.
re-roll those. You could re-roll 4 dice here.
Yeah, it's 4 dice.
Okay, yeah, I want to do that. I recall the tale of Sir Enric the Wise, who, when facing an encampment of vicious weasels, instead of slaying their leader outright when he had the chance, which would send them into a frenzy, he instead grievously wounded their leader to demoralize them further and force them to surrender.
Nice. I like it.
That's good.
I didn't think you'd go there, but you totally went. That's
All right.
awesome. Yeah.
So to re-roll your failures, the fastest way is probably just to do /R 46. But whatever, whichever way.
Anything
you're
over
comfortable
4 we're
with is
looking
fine.
for, I guess. Yeah.
Yep, 4, 5, or 6 is a success.
Yes!
Nice.
Crushed it.
So great. So you have 8. So now you went from losing this round to winning it by a difference of 2. Furthermore, you also got a 6. So if you wanted to spend a fate point and luck that 6 to try to get any more successes, because right now you have 2 successes over my attack, and this gives you a little menu to buy perks for the next round of the conflict. Right now. And then maybe this could help influence whether or not you want to
Is that what maneuver
proceed.
does? It lets you buy.
Yeah. So for some reason I can't grab the maneuver. It wants me to edit the token. If you want, deal yourself a card, deal yourself the maneuver card, and look at it at the very bottom in blue. It tells you the prices that you can get things for. So and I'll read them off right now anyways. Margin 1 is impede. Next turn, you can give the enemy mice -1 die to their turn. Margin 2 is gaining position, which means you can get a +2 dice to the next attack. So basically, Hugh's attack would get an automatic +2 dice to whatever he is doing.
Okay, so how do I get myself this maneuver die? Do I just drag it out from the conflicts?
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, you can zoom in as
it-
well on the actual deck there because it's written on the bottom of the card.
that works too. It's written on the card.
Yeah, it's in blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you spend a fate and you win,
You could have 3.
you could have a margin 3, which would be disarm weapon or gear or disable a trait.
Correct.
I
So-
sort of want to try for that. Yeah.
Sure. Alternatively, you can also buy the impede and gain position. Right.
Wait, what? Really?
So instead of spending 3 on just the disarm, you could spend your 3 margins of success to buy margin 1
You mean
and
if she gets
margin
another
2.
success? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a menu you can buy.
Can you buy like
You can't
2
stack them.
margin ones?
No, you can't stack them.
Okay. So you can get
Not
like
like that,
2
no.
negative
It only affects the next turn, and you
Mhm.
can only use impede and gain position once. I'm sorry. That's a good question.
Okay. So I spend 1 fate and do that.
Yeah.
Yep. Spend 1 fate and reroll. That's 6.
Hey.
You got it. Cool. So
What would you
so
like
now
to
your
do?
your maneuver versus attacks net result was 3 9 versus 6. So you have 3 successes to spend. And like I said, from those 3 successes, you can either buy an impede and a gain position, or you can buy a disarm.
Do I choose at the end of the turn, the round?
Yeah, you choose now.
Now. Okay.
Yeah, the end.
This
This
will
is
go to
the end
the
of the turn.
attack. Yeah. So
Yeah, the next one goes to the attack.
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, this kind of is pretty easy actually. Now that I'm looking at how it actually plays out, it's just like it seems more complicated than it actually is.
Yeah, that's why it's really hard for me to like want to sit and describe this for 10 minutes. It's rather just like just
Yeah.
play 2 turns and you're like, oh.
It's literally rock paper scissors. So
This
like,
is literally the hardest part of the game is the maneuver part of
Yeah.
figuring out what you want to buy. Like it's
Yeah.
really it's this what I would say is that this game has a lot of complexity to it, but no single given thing is really hard to
it's like trying to explain to someone. And
Yeah, right. Or dude, you play bearded board game bros, man. Like it's like describing a board game to somebody, right? Of course the first time is just
yeah, I just say
Yeah.
don't worry about it. Let's just play. Like, and then they get it like after a few turns. So it's like whatever.
yeah, and that's Mouse Guard in a nutshell.
Okay. So what is like in this situation?
I would recommend. Sorry.
In the situation, what can we disarm? Can we disarm their torches?
You would disarm their weapon that they're armed with, and I can tell you that they're armed.
But there's multiple
with-
opponents, right? So how
yes,
does that work?
but for purposes of the next turn,
Yeah.
the people who you are going to fight won't have a weapon on them, so they don't get the weapon bonus to them.
Okay.
Meaning
How much is the weapon?
they have a
bonus?
sword,
Okay.
so a sword would give them one additional die. Right.
Okay. So where can we find the information about the weapons? Because I have the halberd, but it's
Yeah.
two-handed sword.
Well, I think I have it on a different sheet that I never uploaded, to tell you the truth,
Okay.
because I'm a bad GM. But
The worst.
Continue. Not true.
I would tell you this offhand. I would totally recommend that you just go ahead and grab the impede and gain position, because that would give Henley a 3 die swing, which is more than the 1 die.
Okay,
And-
yeah, probably.
Couple that with my humongous ego, we can't go wrong.
Okay.
By that
Yeah,
I
I'm done
mean
with that.
my D6 by default. So
I'm done with that.
all right, cool.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. I really appreciate your patience and stuff. I know it's kind of weird the first time doing this. I promise you, once you get through the very first conflict, the next conflicts and stuff just breeze by. It's
Okay.
way easier.
Great. I'm ready if you're ready, GM. So, given that my dear mouse friend Ellie maneuvered in such a way to put herself in a better position to shoot a mouse. I'm going, and with I guess Chester is also like, shield bashing a mouse out of the way or something like that. Because that's what you said you were doing to help, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I sneak past in the confusion and I go for a big old swing with the old Mercy on my back.
Okay, cool. Let me flip.
It's
my
called
card.
Mercy because my opponents scream Mercy.
So I think you catch a
And you
group
give
of
him
mice.
mercy.
Yeah, I think you catch a group of mice trying to sneak away,
Okay.
and you just cut off their escape, and you just step behind, like a tent or whatever, and they're like, "Whoa, no!" And let's get ready to make our dice pulls again.
No,
So,
I like the
once
idea
again-
that these guys are like, okay, over here, let's go.
Yeah.
And they start running, and then they hear this clank, 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 and they're like, what is that sound? And then
Where
I walk,
is it?
I walk
What is
around
that
the
clanking?
I walk around the corner and just drop the Mercy on the ground. I'm just like, you're not going anywhere, kids.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I never actually finished resolving Kika's thing.
Oh, okay.
Kika totally hits the leader, right? And the leader gets dazed, and stuff, right? As he gets hit by a stone.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So then now we cut back. So this is attack versus maneuver. We're once again into the mechanics of the game. We're making our die pools just like before.
Got it. So I'm rolling attack fighter, right?
Yes.
So my fighter is a sweet, juicy 6. Oh, wait, sorry. This is attack. My skill rating is 6. I'm getting 2 from the LE support over buff. And I'm also getting a 3rd from knight and a 4th from weapon.
No, you're not getting one from knight. So let's do it again.
Okay.
So your base fighter is 6.
Uh-huh.
You're using a sword, right?
No, I'm using a halberd, but it's it's like custom.
A halberd's good.
Yeah, halberd, but like it's a
great
two-handed
sword.
It's a great sword, yeah, but in lieu of not having a great sword
yeah.
to choose from, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Where's my halberd? There it is. You have 1 die bonus to attacking.
Okay.
The halberd.
Okay, so that puts me at 3.
Mm-hmm. No. So hold on. So let's. Yes.
Yeah.
So 6. Now
Yeah.
you got the +2 bonus from just from the maneuver from Ellie.
Yeah.
Following the 1 additional die from the halberd.
Yeah. So 3.
Now Ellie and Chester can help you if you want.
Okay. Would you like to help me, guys?
How does one help in this moment? Well, you're probably like not near me because you went behind him.
Yeah, that's sort of strange how that works. But I imagine maybe if you wanted to say distract by being really loud and just being like,
Yeah.
cowering or something
I could,
like.
Yeah, I could. When I did my push, I yelled, and that also like that.
Do you have like
also...
for some reason in my mind, I'm just imagining Chester instead of being like screaming, he's just like coffee beans or something like that, like
it's something that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's his war cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eggs and bacon.
Eggs and bacon.
Wait, would mice eat bacon? That's kind of weird.
Just go with it.
Party.
You just scream cheeses. Awesome.
Gouda.
Yeah. All right. Right. So now you're looking at 2 additional people helping you. So you're looking at like 11 dice.
Okay.
The last thing I want to ask you is, do you want to spend you want to tap your persona for to add your nature?
No, I'm anti-nature. I try not to use my nature as much as possible because, like, that's the basic instinct in me telling me to run from this situation. I'm like, fuck no.
Was to fight away that nature.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 6 + 5, great.
Pretty good.
Can I bring in something like brave or something like that?
Totally, you could bring in brave. And that will give you a trait die to your roll as well.
So
you make it up
I'm
to 12.
curious, what would be the point of me rolling 12 dice?
So what you're doing right now is you're trying to destroy the enemy's disposition. The more dice you roll, attack first. Oh, all right, sorry. Let me break it down one. Let me restart.
Okay.
Okay. So what you want to do is your attack versus maneuver is a versus test. So you need to get more successes than the other side.
And whatever successes I get over
greater the
top.
number of successes, overflow and do damage.
Gotcha. All
so
right.
the more dice, the more chances of successes, the more damage.
All right, I will add one of my brave to that.
Cool.
Can I do more than one trait, or is it only one trait?
No, just one trait for that one.
Okay.
And that's the second time you use brave tonight, and that's a level 2 trait. So
when did
you
I
can't
use
brave
the
for yourself?
Time.
Oh no, that was totally fiery. I'm so sorry. I'm wrong.
Okay, cool. So 6d6, 12d6. Here we go. Ob, I'm gonna put a 1 in, like you said, because it's versus, right? And it can work for XP.
Oh, no, Henley, you used brave when you made the disposition. That's what it was.
Did I?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll mark them both. Done. Easy.
Yep.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
The ob is just put 1 in because it's going to be a versus test. It's based on the number of successes that I get. Well, I got 3 successes, which isn't great.
I got 11. You
rolled 12 dice and got 11 successes. Are you fucking kidding me?
Do you want to re-roll that failure?
Dude, you can spend a fate to re-roll those 6s too. Are you fucking serious, dude?
Yeah, just barrel through the entire camp swinging your sword around.
Dude, are you... What the fuck? Are you serious?
You know what?
Who rolls 12 dice and gets 11 of them greater than 4, 5, or 6?
That's
insane. That's insanely oh my god, dude, well done.
You know what?
We're not done yet. You can spend a fate to do unlock the lucky part.
I will.
Get even more successes.
So I can roll 3d6 out of that.
That's incredible. Yes, and these explode if you get more 6s.
Here we go.
Don't you? Now you probably wish you tapped your nature.
Roll another d6. Roll another d6. Okay.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. You just did 15. You literally killed them all. You literally went from 12 or 8. You just destroyed them.
Yeah.
You didn't even get to go.
Yeah,
Chester didn't even get to go. You just obliterated them all. So,
please describe that entire scene.
Okay, so yeah, those guys sneaking away. All right, the clank, clank, clank. And I was like, "You're not going anywhere, kids." And I just pick up the old Mercy again. I just charge at them faster than you'd think an old mouse in full heavy armor would be able to run, but. You know what? He's got the muscle underneath that old wizened fur of his. He starts swinging. Like, I imagine it's gory, but like it's not like if the camera had to see it, it'd be like on the other side of the tent, right? So it'd just be like shadows being like, maybe it's from Chester's point of view, right? Or something like that. And he's just like swinging this big ass sword, and just mouse heads is just going.
I love the idea of Chester. Oh my god, of Chester. Like from Chester's perspective, he's like holding their shield, and all we just hear like the screams and blood going around, and he's like ah, and he just hears people fighting, and then you put your shield down, and it's literally just Huey just like cleaning his sword.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm using the cape. I'm using like the
I love it.
the black bandana of one of the mice to just like wipe the blood off old Mercy.
Yeah.
Ellie, who saw the whole thing, is just standing, staring in a mixture of terror and awe.
Yeah, dude, that was incredible.
Oh my god.
So I would say that this whole bandit camp is at your mercy, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. You literally. So the reason why I'm able to say that is not just because you rolled really well. You lost 0 points of your disposition, which means you achieve everything you set out to do. Your goal, which is super rare in a conflict. Normally, you have to give up something to it. So the fact that you just demolished them, it's incredible. It's a very nice feat, dude. Well done for your first mouse guard conflict. Good job, everybody. And Ellie, thank you for setting them up with that maneuver. Like that's setting up,
knock them down.
Yeah, exactly. Maneuvering up followed by a huge attack is a really good strategy. That was really good.
Don't forget to take away 2 of my fate chips.
Yes. So we spent a lot of that. You also spent you spent a persona as well.
I did?
Yes.
Okay.
You spent a fate and a persona.
Okay,
you spent your persona. Yeah.
Yeah.
You spent your persona when you wanted to reroll the failures with the Legends of the Guardmice.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So what do you mean, like, we get everything that we want? Like, is there maybe a mouse alive or something like that?
Yeah.
That's like...
Totally. If you
is
wanted
the leader
to.
alive?
Yeah, you can have any number of captives that you want.
Yeah, I
They're
like
at
the
your
idea
mercy.
that the captain just wakes up, he's like, oh, my head. And he looks around, he's just like, what the fuck?
I imagined he was just dazed by the rock for like a few seconds and he turns around and everyone's dead already.
I like the idea when they said the whole okay, so let's break this down again real quick. Ellie, you scream that the mouse guard have you surrounded and it's just one dude just killing everyone.
Oh, God.
You're just knocking people out and just like killing other ones. And it's just over. Yeah, and you knocked out the leader, so they wake up. Yeah, everyone's gone. Obviously, it must have been a huge mouse guard attack. I think that's what the leader thinks, right?
And
that's
Ellie's
what
just
they heard.
like, well, guess I was right the whole time.
Yeah. So so Sadie's, sorry, not Sadie. What's her name I had down here? Lorelei is the boss with the red bandana. Totally captured. Waking up, has a huge like cartoon lump on their head. What is? She sees the mouse guards people. Of course, your friend is also unarmed, Ellie.
Yeah. Can I get her out of the stockades?
Totally. Yeah.
Okay, good. That's
and
what Ellie would be doing right away. And we can cover that after we deal with the leader.
Yeah. You spot the leader is wearing a mouse guard cloak. Or like she fell on one. That wasn't as in they were an old mouse guard. It's like torn and stuff like that. And
that's interesting. Vendetta.
Yeah, she looks so mad, but like also defeated, right? Just being like,
how old is old?
You guys are fighting. What do you mean?
How old is she?
The cloak. Yeah.
Oh,
like is she
around
my age?
Your age?
Yeah,
around your age, man.
Okay.
Would he recognize her at all?
Yeah, that's my next
Yeah, you
question.
totally could recognize her.
And what do I need to do for that to happen?
I mean, there's no reason why. I don't see why you wouldn't know who this is, because I feel like her infamy is pretty well known.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know who she is because of my Legends of the Guardmice?
Yeah, I think so. I think so too.
Nice.
So Lorelei was a famous ex-mouse guard, right? Who gave up and became a bandit, became jaded with the cause of the mouse guard, thinking that they take too much from the town, especially. Okay, so you guys know that she lost a lot in the Weasel Wars, and that kind of broke her. The fact that they were on the mouse guard was had a tough choice, and they chose to save. You know, they had 2 towns to save, and they can only pick one, and they didn't choose Lorelei's hometown. And so her parents and her whole family was killed, and that, you know, you sometimes can't come back from that.
No.
And she became bitter and jaded and went to the dark side, right?
Yeah.
So she's clutching the map, right? The plans for Lockhaven. Clearly, they were planning to do something to attack Lockhaven or something, and you guys have thwarted it, right? And that's where we kind of pick up, right? So that's what you've surmised from. I'm sorry, once again, what's her name? Your friends. Ellie's,
Tulip.
Tulip, yeah, like that's what Tulip tells you. Like they were tracking them down too, and then I'm getting captured, and so that's where we come in with them waking up. Ah, you idiots.
Well, that's rude. Especially considering we just whipped your butt.
Huey! Of all the mice.
Yes, well. We were content to let you live. But you had to cause another stir, didn't you?
She nods and says, the mouse guard isn't what you think it is, Huey.
Well, I know what the mouse guard is. I know better than most. I've been here for almost my entire life. I think I know what the mouse guard is.
Your attachment to the mouse guard has kept you short-sighted. You don't see the harm they do to people. The people of Barksdale are suffering, and all they see from the mouse guard is asking for more and more.
Protection doesn't come cheap. You know this.
Well, they don't have a choice in paying.
It's called a tax.
Well, these mice had no other options. With the towns on the east gone, there's just no jobs.
Listen, I can sit here all
needed
day
change.
and just listen to your bullshit, but I'm not going to. And I don't want you tainting my two little friends here either. You're coming back with us, and you're going to face repercussions for what you've done. That's ultimately what your life is going to be from now on. You made your choice when you decided to leave the Mouse Guard. That's one of them. And then you made another choice to piss us off even further. It's like you're looking into a snake's mouth and trying to cut off its tongue.
Yeah.
Eventually, the head's going to come down and take you with it.
She scowls. Yeah, furious with rage. Okay. So we're going to escort her back to Lockhaven?
I think
trial.
I think that's appropriate.
Can I ask you also what happened to Coriander Periwinkle when this was going on?
Oh, I left him behind the moment that I heard
the
tumbling of Tumbleton.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. So then, for purposes, Coriander got away.
I think that's appropriate. But
he'll be back some other time.
Given what we got in exchange, I think it's okay.
Yeah. He led you to
worth it.
Worth it. Yeah. Worth it.
Oh no! Now he's gonna go escape and look after his family.
Yeah.
I just sort of maybe I give Elia like a side eye, and I'm just like,
I don't say that in character.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Like,
yeah.
So do mice have like irons, like chains or something?
Yeah, but I think they probably just use lashing rope.
Okay.
We can put her in the stockade.
You're gonna carry her in a stockade back.
No, she walks
like a
like
wagon
the
or
rest.
something.
She walks like the rest of us. Maybe I have her tied to my waist or something like that, so she can't run away.
Black snake mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just real quick, is anyone gonna do anything to the fact that you just killed a bunch of people and you're just gonna leave them out here? You can let Barksdale know, or anything?
You know what?
Chester
or are we
probably
just
brings
going
that
back?
up.
What is the
Chester
normal?
probably would bring that up. Yeah.
So, excuse me, Huey. We're just gonna leave all these bodies out, or like, should we leave a note? Like, sorry, mouse guard is here.
Well, they're bandits, Huey. I mean, Chester.
But
Yeah,
bandits have families too.
I just sort of look around. I was like, I don't see them.
just because they live on the road doesn't mean they should rest on the road.
Do you want to dig their graves for 35 mice?
No, but I mean, like, maybe we should at least let someone know, and they could come out here and give them their last rites or something.
You're absolutely right. We should definitely notify the local town about how we've dealt with their bandit.
Barkstone?
Yes,
Barkstone. I'm thinking of The Wire.
Yeah.
That their local bandit population has been considerably thinned.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll write a note.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Cool. So, you let the town know, and I think the town is not as shocked as you probably would imagine for them having bandits and stuff like that.
The bandits are dead?
Well, the bandits... People are waking up. It's the morning. The bandits, like, most of the bandit people were townsfolk. So the town is eerily kind of quiet, and the people left around are just kind of in shock that about a dozen mice aren't coming back home. And you can see the administrator of the town has like rung the bell inside Barkstone. So we actually I have a little image of Barkstone below, and I imagine you guys are in this town square. And
That's so nice.
The administrator, right? Their name is I just had it 1 second. Connor Cauliflower. He's like an older mouse with glasses. He is solemnly like, well, all right, well, let's go ask the smith if we have shovels, and let's give these mice a proper burial. And in a pretty sarcastic, acrid tone, they say to you, thank you, Mouse Guard. Thank you for helping us.
Oh, you're quite welcome. We don't need any reward. We're just doing our duty.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And they are waiting for you guys to leave.
How do we
It's one of those moments where I'm just standing there just looking at him, and he's just standing there looking at me, and it's like, oh yes, we'll be on our way.
Yeah.
So how do we figure out that these were a part of that? The bandits that we just slew are a good chunk of this town.
I don't think we ever did. I think it's mostly just.
It happened so fast. You guys were just attacking people.
No, but I mean, like in this moment, in this scene when we're here, like how do we?
Well, sure. Well, I think there's a crowd has gathered, right? A crowd has gathered as you guys come in with the with Lorelei in tow, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so the crowd's being like, where's my husband, right? Where's Cole? And, all these things, and then it starts to dawn that some of those men or some of those mice were townsfolk.
I knew it was suspicious that every single one had a name.
Mice have names.
Crazy.
So what was killing and capturing bandits, what should be part of what the Mouse Guard is about and keeping people safe, doesn't necessarily feel right. Like, it doesn't feel like you won here, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe
have
it does.
any...
Yeah, I don't. Not to you. You feel fine.
Yeah.
But
jubilant.
You know what I mean, though? Like, as a tender paw, this was cut and clear, but something's like
it's not sitting right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
crime doesn't pay. You know?
Yeah. All right. And then we're on our way. We're on our way back to Lockhaven.
Sweet.
So we're on our way. Tulip. I think Tulip actually reassures you guys on the way, right? And I think Tulip's like, especially I think I think the person who feels the worst, and maybe I'm wrong, is probably Chester.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we can see, and like you can't really hide the fact that this was not necessarily even that, but just the fact there was like killing involved and stuff like that. And Tulip is like, hold on, maybe Tulip was talking to Ellie, and after some good conversations, you always look back and you see Chester has always been kind of like staring the distance, or doing something, and Tulip's like, I've seen this look before. 1 second, right? And I think Tulip wants to console you.
It
Chester
should also be noted that part of Ellie's like core belief is that people should serve society, but society should also serve the people. And this feels like it happened because these people were not properly helped and looked after by the society that we are working to uphold.
Yeah. So then let's.
She's very, very conflicted.
Then you know what? Let's back up again real quick. Maybe it's not Tulip who wants to talk to Chester. Maybe this is actually a larger group conversation, right? Maybe have Ellie and people involved too. Because this is interesting. This is about what your beliefs are, right?
Yeah.
So how do you do you bring this up in character, or are you too afraid, like because of you don't want to appear weak to your mentor, or like what does this look like on the way back?
She might be a bit intimidated about trying to talk to Huey, because she already feels like she knows what he's going to say anyway, because he's very much like, well, the mouse guard is right and the law is the law, which she can respect, and she already sort of knows that point of view, but she would want to talk to Chester and Tulip about it to get their side of things.
Cool.
Yeah. So I imagine you guys are like taking turns carrying a cart with Lorelei in sort of like the jail cart in the back of it, right? Okay. While you guys are walking.
Okay. I guess. I don't think she would want to talk about it within earshot of Lorelei, though. Because that could lead to some trouble.
Well, that's just pretty much me then pulling the cart while you guys do this talking. So, no harm, no foul there.
And you are the strongest one of us.
I'm also the oldest.
Yeah.
Like grandpa old, but okay.
Yeah, you're like John Wayne True Grit old.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking.
You've seen it all, done it all. Yeah. Badass. Yeah.
You got this, buddy.
I needed the workout anyway. Those bandits weren't more than Swiss cheese.
So you just tell him you just tell that you're gonna catch up with him in a second?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I need to talk to Tulip and make sure she's all okay and stuff, and all that.
Yeah.
Basic friend things.
Yeah, right.
Like us friends do.
I just maybe give her like an eyebrow, and I'm just like, okay, well, try to include Chester in that, yeah.
It's like Chester's just like kicking rocks in the back.
He looks a little forlorn, and I don't think he wants to hear from me right now.
Okay. Come on, Chester, let me introduce you to my friend Tulip.
Oh, okay. Hello, I'm Chester.
Hello, Tulip, this is Chester Tulip.
Hello, Chester Tumbleton.
Tulip, how do you do?
We're doing well.
We clearly belying a tough thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She says, listen, Chester, I know we just met, but I wanted to say thank you. And
what?
You have a heart of a good mouse. I can see that. I think we all can see that. And I just want to say
it's very
she kind of sighs.
Actually, yeah. It's too big, and it overworks for my size. Actually, I've been getting told that I should probably work a little more. I should probably take care of that cart and not Huey. I'm not going to do that. That'll probably
No, not at all. Yeah. Listen, I just started being a mouse guard too, and this was one of my first big assignments, and I just blew it. And I had you guys in trouble, and you guys came back, and I just want you to know that I thank you, and you guys did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as mouse guard or as like mice?
As mouse guard. This job is a lot harder than the stories were, the legends that were told. And this is one of the toughest things to do.
What's the thing? I mean, like it was, I know we just met, but I mean, like it's, yeah, as a mouse guard, I did good, right? Yeah, I mean, but as a mouse and as mice, I feel like a lot of people didn't have to die, you know?
Yeah, like that's one of our few remaining towns whose population has been seriously decreased. And it's like, I mean, we don't know that all those mice were going to like do anything bad. They might have just been there to listen, and maybe they thought that they might be able to find a way to make more money and get better jobs or something. I don't know. Like, I feel like this, if circumstances were different, we could have gotten a better solution, but things got out of hand very quickly. And I feel really responsible because I threw the first rock and everything, and I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. I fell down the hill. That was my fault we were even there.
Yeah, but that was an accident. Mine wasn't intentional.
To save me for my stupidity and clumsy falling. So it was kind of my fault for falling. I'm sorry for my clumsy, tumbly ways. But
tumbly bumbly ways.
Tumbly bumbly ways. And I mean, the good news is in all of this is there will be more people to occupy Barkstone, because Barkstone is in, if you look here on the map, I've been looking at it for a while, is that it's in an intersection of 4 major cities. So we'll actually have a lot of people passing through, and those people will have a place to stay in those empty houses.
Doesn't.
I'm trying to be optimistic.
Yeah, like I feel like Tulip and Ellie had the same expression of being like, that's not how it works. We see you try it. You're doing your best.
Like it was working until you mentioned the empty houses, and it's just suddenly like,
okay, yeah, exactly.
Well, like I said, I mean, I'm trying to justify being a good mouth and not just a good mouth guard. You know what I mean?
Look, those were people of Barks. Those were some of those people, some of those bandits were members of Barkstone. Yeah. They were mice who grew up there, but they were also bandits, and they were plotting something dangerous. Gwendolyn was ordering me after we found out that something might have been stolen from here to keep an eye on what's going on in Barkstone.
Yeah. Okay.
And they were going to do bad things.
Yeah, who knows what they were going to do? They had the plans for Lockhaven. So I mean, they could have.
It started as disgruntled traders.
Yeah.
And it escalated. And
you're right. I think we did good. I think we did.
Yeah.
I think we did good.
Yeah.
As he starts to reveal that he was actually been holding back sniffles this whole time, and then he kind of just like, okay. And like he blinks a couple times, and like hard blinks, and then tries to catch up to Huey.
And he's like, "Could I take? You mind if you want to rest? I'll take some of the cart pushing."
I'm sort of like pushing it, and I look back at him and was like, "Yes, that'd be very nice, actually."
Okay, you could rest for a bit. Okay,
and I start like stretching, like comedically, like,
okay. Here we go.
and then I just strap up, and it's probably the end of the scene, I think.
I think so. Cool. So you guys are going about your business. taking the long way back from Barkstone, or the shortest way possible through Shaleborough, Shaleborough to Lockhaven, when a cry goes out. You see a little smokestack, like a little inn down the road, and going over the hill, you see the butt of a large bird has seemed to have put its head into the inn, and it's just going around, and you see a bunch of mice have run out away from the inn.
Nice. So the equivalent of a dragon attack.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
All right.
What kind of bird is it?
I think it's hard to see. I think it's hard to see from this point what exactly it is. It's not like an owl, but it's like a goose or like a heron or something like that. Like you see the or like a duck. Like you see the way the water. You see the butt of the bird, right? Half its wings, and its head is firmly into where the granary bakery part of the inn is.
Okay.
And you hear people out being like, my breads!
Not the bread.
Yeah.
Not the bread. That
Uh,
stuff's good.
so, did he wreck the roof to get into it? I imagine he would have, yeah.
Yeah. So I think we occasionally see the quacks of the head occasionally
It is a
sticking
duck?
out on the roof, right? Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Well,
They shouldn't eat bread. That's bad for their intestinal
Very
tract.
bad. Yeah.
Yes, and mice shouldn't
well, they're
eat
gonna eat-
bacon, but this one seems to love it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
all right. So it's
Uh.
yeah. So what are we gonna do?
Ellie is probably just gonna immediately scamper off forward to try to get a better look and bearing of the situation. Maybe try to catch the attention of someone that was running outside to ask what's going on,
Yeah.
even though it's obvious.
They say the duck, just the duck showed up a couple hours ago. It's destroying my inn. Mouse
big
guard,
is
help
this
me.
On a scale
How
from
big-
1 to threatening, what is the level of a duck? You know,
Yeah.
Mildly threatening, man. It's a pretty big creature.
Like the size of a tree.
Like the size of, if this was D&D, it's like a wyvern.
it's a wyvern?
Yeah,
All right,
it's,
yeah,
it's
that
like
makes sense.
it's
Yeah,
like
all right.
it's like the
It
size
can
of a
cl-
van.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Even bigger than a van. It's almost like the size of a semi truck, really,
Yeah. True.
compared to
Okay,
a
great.
mouse. It's a big creature,
Uh-huh.
but they're not. Ducks aren't smart like mice.
So I
they're
know
just-
it's a duck, but does
Just a natural
does-
duck thing.
does Chester know it's a duck?
Hashtag just duck things.
Just
Yeah,
duck
you
thing.
guys know what a duck. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
So
you guys-
we've recognized it as a duck.
So
Yes.
let me ask you another question, because I have had no idea about this world or anything like that. Mice are
Yeah.
intelligent in this world.
yes.
Are every other animal stupid? How does it work?
Are any of
Yeah.
animals?
Weasels are intelligent as well.
Mhm.
But and weasel family creatures like skinks and otters and stuff are also kind of intelligent, but birds and stuff, they have their own kind of language, and they don't really
Okay.
respect mice boundaries
So
and
like
cultures.
rodents
and
are intelligent.
yeah,
rodent
essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, rodenta is probably
Yeah.
yeah. But
What do mice hunt?
no. They do beetles and stuff. They
Bandits.
had bugs.
Bandits.
Men.
Other mice.
Other mice, the most dangerous game.
Civilians. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so judging by its plumage from the back here and also its webbed feet, I believe this is a duck, a Duckus maracus, and I think that it is probably best if we stand back because it can do a lot of damage with those wide feet, those broad feet, and they're going to start. It's looking for
Yeah.
bugs. I'm going to be honest with you. It's looking for bugs.
Chester, let me stop you there.
Yes, yeah.
You
The life of a mouse guard isn't just all bandit slaying and honor. Sometimes you have to chase a duck out of a city.
So this is
Ellie's-
like a crossroads inn, and the more you've been here now, the duck is stuck in the inn.
Nice. All right.
Ellie just like goes up to the inn door and opens it and like goes to face the duck. Puts her hands on her hips and says, "Look here, duck, you need to leave right now."
Is it stuck because
Shaking her
its
finger.
cheeks are filled with bread and it can't lift its
Yeah.
head out?
There's
Okay.
there's crumbs everywhere. The whole inn is like pretty fucked up by like a tornado, right? In the back has just been kind of like just destroying, and you see like half fluttering of the wings that are jammed into the where it broke free, and you see like the head like thrashing about, and so you try to talk to the duck.
Karate kick the
and-
duck in the cheek so it spits the bread out and its head is free.
So this is so you can totally talk to other creatures. It just requires a skill roll.
Yeah.
Really?
It's lore mouse. Yes, lore mouse lets you talk to other. Lore mouse lets you communicate to other creatures. Lore mouse kind of represents mice knowledge of other creatures.
Wish I had that at this point.
Wait, is this an actual skill? Or
yes,
is this like
lore mouse is an actual skill.
I just
If you
don't
don't
see it on
have
the
it,
list.
you can learn it, or you could use your nature, right?
I
Okay.
guess I'm using my nature.
If it's not on the list, Henley, you remember it's one of those things you can add. Yeah,
What is
totally.
the
Okay.
innkeeper?
Okay.
The innkeeper was outside. The one screaming, "My
Okay.
breads! They got my
Okay.
my," you know.
What
and,
kind of bread was it, sir? I need to know these things.
Rye. It was a
Rye,
marble
rye
rye.
bread, rye bread, okay,
It was
so
the
some-
best. It's
Marble rye. Was there what other things are on there? What does it look like?
raisins.
Raisins. Okay, that's your issue. That's your issue, sir. The duck thought it was bugs. The duck was going after bugs. It's now sifting through your granary, through its bills to try to find the bugs inside there. Case in point, we'll get your duck out of there, sir. Okay.
I don't know who you are, but it's still in my inn. I get it out of my
Chester
inn.
Templeton, mouse guard.
Mouse guard.
No,
We have the
mouse-
same
mouse-
idea. I love that.
Mouse guard inspector. Looks like
Mouse
you got a
guard.
duck in your man.
It flips a badge up and up.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, ma'am.
I'm gonna need you to fill out Form 27B and request fundage from the mouse
But
guard for
he's
a duck
writing all this
attack.
down.
Yeah, so Ellie, all right. So Ellie, you're trying to calm this beast essentially, right, and get it out of here.
Look, you stupid
Yeah.
duck, just spit out the bread and leave.
This is an obstacle 2 lore mouse test.
Okay. So I'm using
have
my
law
nature
mouse?
for this. I'm using my nature for this.
Oh,
Yep. As just anyone else can help as well, just as any other thing.
Yeah, I'll absolutely be helping, but I don't know. I don't have lore mouse, so I have to use.
So
nature.
yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah, but it.
have fun, kids. If you have any problems, I'll
Yeah.
cut off its head.
So if this is good. So if Ellie was going to use lore mouse, and actually use the skill, you have to help with the relevant helpers of skill.
I have a
But if you're
question
going
for you.
to just do nature, then you can always help with nature.
with nature. Got
I
it.
have instructor. How do I use that?
Yes. So instructor is a good skill. When it's a player's turn or a player's check, you can actually teach people a skill. So
That
what
you have.
happens? Yeah.
Do I have to know the
And-
skill?
Yes. You test instructor based on the skill that you have, and if it's successful, then you can actually let the person have either a free success or a free failure on that test for purposes of advancement. So it basically allows people to have free checks or like free tests,
Okay.
which is really good.
Okay.
Because you know how you have to have a number of successes and failures to pass a test?
It's like
to
6
level it up.
successes and 5 failures,
you can
right?
you can round that up. Well, no. It's
Depends on your
depends
skill
the-
in the skill already.
Okay.
So if you wanted to learn a new skill, like if you had the skill and someone else didn't have it, you need to instruct them twice or take 2 tests in order to get the skill open. So it's good.
Cool.
Or sorry, it's a number of times equal to your nature to get it open.
All right. So what is conflict level? Let's take a look here. Oh no, wait, that's not it.
No, we're not
What's-
doing a conflict.
No,
This is a lore mouse
List of
test.
skills and helpers.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
I'm just naturing it up.
So
Yep.
lore mouse is hunter and scientist. Okay, I
Yes.
have hunter.
So you could help with Hunter
Yeah. And,
if you describe how it helps.
yeah.
Hunter is an intrepid mouse who journeys out in the wild and confronts animals, grazers, scavengers, and predators. He uses his skills and cunning to stalk, trap, drive off, or kill his quarry.
Yeah, so maybe I'm just like Ellie. Maybe I'm not like I'm not doing it as like a helping thing, right? I just say to her, listen, if you don't get its head removed from the inn by spitting out it, making it spit out its contents of its mouth, I can always remove the head with my sword.
Wow. We're not doing that.
Maybe you should just keep an eye on our prisoner for now.
Yeah, I'll do that, yes.
So I'm doing a nature with how many helps?
One for me, because I help with Hunter, because I told you to make it spit its mouth out. But I did it in a way that...
Our mouth.
Yeah. The alternative is, if you fail, I'll cut off its head.
So you're trying to talk to it, tell it to spit up its food?
Yeah, I guess.
Or like, what are you doing?
It's like Homer Simpson trying to grab the treat out of the thing, but he can't get his hand out. And then it's like, Homer, you're just holding on to it. And it's like...
I'm trying to like communicate to it like what it needs to do to dislodge itself and get going.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Maybe you can push its cheeks together.
I feel that's not Lore Mouse.
Well, Lore Mouse has a...
So, do you have scientist myth?
I do have scientist.
That helps with Lore Mouse, so...
I also have insectress as well.
I don't think insectress will help, but
I'm doing it as a
scientist
nature.
could definitely help.
I'm doing it as a nature though.
Oh, that's true.
those
But yours is
skills
nature.
apply.
So
yeah.
no, you just are doing nature.
Yeah, so I'm doing nature. So I will forage around for a solution. So I will.
You can just describe how you're helping, and you just help with nature.
Okay. So I have to. All right. I've used nature once already, right? Today. Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't get marks for helping though. So.
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll help you. I will try to be there and like help interpret what's going on. But I don't know what he's saying. Like I know a lot about ducks and their diet, but I don't know how to interpret anything. So I'm gonna try and help. but yeah. It'll be like reason and like I'll be like rational about what's actually why the duck is there and what the duck is thinking, rather than knowing what the duck is fucking thinking.
Okay.
Cool.
So I will help. I will be there taking notes.
And Ob?
The Ob is 2.
2. Okay.
This is a beast of feather.
We eat bread together.
Yes. Nailed
Oh
it.
no. Still
Oh,
pass
yeah, 2-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it 2. Perfect. Okay. So, you were able to start communicating with the goose or with the duck, and the duck is, being like, I can't get my head out.
Well, you need it because your mouth is all full and you can't get it your head out while your mouth is all full and you're eating stuff. You need to spit.
And I can't swallow when my head's stuck.
Well, then spit it out.
No, this food's too good.
Well,
What does he say? What does he say? What does he say?
he's saying the food's too good to spit out.
Okay, what
He
does he
says
like about the food?
raisins.
What does he like about the food? What is
The
it?
raisins.
It's the
He
raisins.
really likes
Is
raisins.
it the sweetness or is it the figgy taste of raisins? What is the reason why he likes the raisins? I
That's
need to know
not
these things.
important right now.
Yes,
You
it
can
is.
ask
Yes, it is.
afterwards.
I have a solution.
What is it?
You tell me what is
Jinx.
it? Is it crap?
It's the sweetness.
It's the sweetness.
The sweetness. Okay. Tell him I got this,
And I pull out a jar of the honey from my parents' home.
Oh
I
shit!
got a bunch of this stuff.
If
Use
you let go of the food in your mouth and get your head out and leave the town alone, this guy here will give you honey.
this.
It's much better than the bread. Promise you. It's
Yep.
way better.
And I think at that we're gonna persuade, and you totally get in supplies on this persuade because it's like, oh, that's good, but I mean, this food's already in my mouth though, and it's really good too.
It's already here.
Am I the one persuading?
I think you are. You're the one who's talking to him, though.
Yeah, I have 0 in Persuader, but I am getting help.
Yeah,
so.
I'll absolutely help you with my Persuader.
So
are you gonna test with nature again, or are you going to try to learn Persuader?
I think I kind of want to learn Persuader.
So if you use nature, you don't get to learn the skill, yeah, because you rely on your nature, right?
Correct. You're just relying on your.
So what do you roll?
Raw abilities.
What do you roll? It's just like health or no, you roll will, right, or something like that.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you don't have Persuader, then you use the root of the skill, which is will. There's only 2 roots in the game. It's either health or will, and because this is a social skill, it's will. And so that's your basis for building your pool. The other thing about learning a skill is that you're going to half the total number of dice, regardless of the number of people helping you, traits, all that kind of stuff. You're add it all together and divide it by 2.
Right. I can help with manipulator.
How are you helping, though?
Good question. I mean, I'm not really in this situation, right? Because I'm watching the. Actually, I take it back. I'm not helping because I'm watching
guarding Lorelei.
Guarding Lorelei.
Makes sense.
But Myth can Myth help and also use the honey? So I got 2 from that?
Yeah. The honey counts as supplies for this test.
Yeah, it's another asset.
Okay, so my will is 2, so I just put in 1 in the skills ability rating?
Yep. Or if you want, you can try to build it all out and then half it immediately, or half it at the end instead of doing each step.
Okay. Let's just...
So you have a base of will 2. You have honey, which is giving you a +1. Do you have any traits you wanted to invoke?
I might use Legends of the Guardwise to tell a tale of how Master Myrtle the Mighty
rode a duck into battle.
No, he used honey such as this to bring peace among warring tribes of birds who could not come to an agreement over who would get to eat really get at this anthill.
I love that this skill has become it's just becoming like the bullshit get out of jail free card.
Well,
I'm barding
Legends of the Guard is going to be more that's a wise, so that will happen after the roll.
Yeah.
But that's fine. You don't have to justify it later on because that was really good. Right? So will is 2, 1 for supplies, 1 because Chester's helping you, so you're at 4 dice.
Yeah.
Did you want to use a trait? Did you want to spend a persona if you had one to invoke your nature again to add your nature to the pool?
I'm out of persona.
Oh,
because I used one earlier. Generous. Right. I can use generous.
Yeah, that's.
You're giving you a thing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're at 5 dice though.
Yeah.
And Tulip's gonna help you. Totally with persuade.
Yeah, Tulip's a good friend.
How do you
6?
Yeah.
Just real
helping
curious.
You whenever they can.
How do you level up traits?
You level up traits in winter. You level up traits in winter at the end of the year.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. So should I just put 3 into the input value and none into the yeah.
Yep. And the obstacle for this is 2.
Do it. Crush it. You got 2 1s, so you can re-roll both of them, I guess.
Is that with fate or?
This is the Legends of the Guard wise. Yeah. You could spend a fate to re-roll those.
Yeah.
No, you could re-roll all 3 of those because you got 0. Oh no, I'm sorry.
You got a 5.
2 of them. You got a 5, not a 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna 2.
Okay. Yep. You mentioned the Legends of the Guard, so you don't have to justify it.
Hey.
1 more success. Yeah.
1 more. So you just got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. And it's like, well, I don't want. All right. Well, I don't want to get stuck in here, so. And it
just
pulls
a big
itself
gob
out.
of bread just goes.
Yeah, you just see this giant chunk of half-digested bread and raisins, just a mound is in the back.
Ew.
It's disgusting.
I'm prodding it with my bug leg, which I use for a pen. I'm prodding it and
it's
tasting it.
Moist and mucusy, and the goose, or the I keep saying the goose, the duck pulls its head and body out. Finally, the inn like precariously shakes as you guys are in it, right? As a but
Ellie instinctively
he
like puts a
dislodges-
hand on the wall to like
Yeah,
keep it up.
I think like the chandelier like comes down. You guys are fine. You guys are fine. It's just that it's more damage as it pulls itself out, and then it looks at you and it grabs the honey with its beak, right? And starts trying to get all the honey out of the jar. And it just starts like devouring the honey.
We just got the duck the hell out of there.
So maybe from on top of the hill, you hear this.
We got the duck that was out, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Some really bad jokes coming from.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah. Huh?
Cool. And
Good work, team.
yeah, nice work, team. That was easy.
I knew it. I knew I could use that honey at some point.
Yeah, that was a really good use.
How about we take a break, Eric? What are you thinking?
Yeah, that sounds perfect because when we come back, it'll be your guys' turn. It's the player's turn. So we just saw the two big things happen. We were following up the trail of these bandits near Barkstone, and now we on our way back escorting the leader of the bandits to face justice. We came across an inn with a duck problem that we just handily solved. So that was my part of the game, the GM turn, and now I turn it over to you guys. You guys, this is the player's turn. The player's turn. If we remember from last time, we all have one check that we can spend because no one used a trait against themselves for more. So now we can go ahead and you can spend your check to basically effectively steal the spotlight for a second, describe what you want to do, and you're guaranteed at least one test of something that you want. If you haven't achieved your instinct or your goal yet, this is something to consider making a scene about and a test in order to help you for that. Other things you can do is if you wanted to learn a skill, like this would be a good way of doing it. If you want to go to town and buy something that you don't have, right, this is a good chance to do something. So the player's turn is kind of open to whatever you guys want to do.
Whereabouts in the map are we? Lockhaven?
Yeah, you guys are between Cherylborough and Lockhaven. That's where the inn was. The inn was called Jane's Flower. Only now it's gone. Yeah. Now it's kind of a sort of a rubble-ish ruin, and we're kind of standing outside, going something like, I think the innkeeper is going like, "What am I gonna do? This is my life, and now the inn's gone."
How much for to stay the night? I mean, we've been walking for a long time. We need a place to lay our feet. So
no one can stay in this pile of rubble.
Maybe like a beam falls down when he says that.
Okay.
This was my grandparents. And their parents before that.
Well, it's nice to meet you, grandparents.
As he like looks towards the building, waiting for the joke to set in. Realize it's not setting in, and then
all right. So but how much? I mean, like we could stay here, right? I mean, it's nothing. It's like as long as there's something over our head because it's been raining the last 3 nights. So I mean,
there's a big hole in the roof.
I don't think you understand. I can't let anyone sleep here. This place could fall down.
Oh. Okay.
Not unless it gets. No, I have to. Oh, I have to go to Cherylborough and take out a loan and find some people to build this again. Oh no, it's getting summer. This won't be ready for summer for the travel time. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all for the violets. Oh no.
Well, why don't we?
Oh.
Who are the violets? What do you mean the violets?
Is that their like last name?
Assumedly. Yes.
You said they're not good for the violets. Is that like a person? Is that like the proprietor?
I think that's their family name.
It's it's actually the banking people in Sherrowborough who they have their mortgage with. How am I gonna pay them back? Oh no.
That is a problem. Well, best of luck to you.
Well, maybe we can help you out. You see,
I like the idea that I start pushing the cart and I just stop and it's like.
So.
What did you have in mind, Chester?
Well, what I always have.
Is this also? Yeah. What do you have in mind?
What I always have in mind is, food, and they don't have a place to keep. I mean, like now they've got a hole inside their granary and inside of all that. Like, as soon as it rains, that yeast or that dough is going to turn to bread, and it's going to rise because of all the yeast in the air and all that. It's just going to turn to sourdough, and then it's just going to get growing and growing and growing and growing, and it's going to take over the entire landscape. So we should probably slay this beast before it turns into a giant demon of bread.
Does that sound accurate to Ellie? Because she comes from a baker's family.
No, not at all.
That does not sound accurate to me, Chester.
What do you mean?
I come from a baker's family. That's not quite how bread works.
Well, I'm starving, so I get a little delusional when I'm hungry. So maybe we should...
Chester, you're always hungry.
Well, I'm not wrong. So maybe
yeah, you are. I just established that you were.
No, I'm not wrong about being hungry. So what do you say? Like we could take a little bit, like maybe just a little bit each. I mean, like considering we helped get the duck out of your roof.
You want bread?
Yeah, food. I've been hungry. I've been pushing that cart since that conversation.
Okay.
And which
we'll buy some bread from the man and let's continue.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna have some bread. I will try to peddle some bread out of him, or not just have some, but I make it a point to stop and eat with everyone.
Well, his bread has been messed up by that duck, and he has a big hole in his ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, there's like half-eaten loaves of things left over and crumbs. You know, it's like someone made a birthday cake and then decided to give it to a 1-year-old and eat it with their hands. That's kind of what's left over.
Okay.
So totally, you could spend your check to kind of like also help him out. No, you would totally have the bread, but if you wanted to make a principle of paying for it, right? If that was something I thought you were getting for, but as like, this is really bad. I know, and I'm going to buy your bad stuff as a way of like, here's some payment essentially.
Interesting.
But maybe I misread what you were trying to do.
I just wanted food. But we could actually.
I think what he's trying to do, Eric, is get his goal
as a
done.
player. As a player, this is you're gunning for your goal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can tell you that you've achieved your goal.
Right. So, but now past that, I turn to Hugh and I go.
Sometimes a mouse guard have to. Sometimes the mouse guard have to slay a bunch of bandits, and sometimes they have to get the duck out of an inn.
Yes, and we've done that.
Sometimes they have to help rebuild the inn.
I don't know if you know this, Chester, but we have and I like bang the side of the cage. She might have been sleeping in there, and I wake her up. And it's like, we have an assailant under arrest that we need to escort back to Lockhaven. Which takes precedence over, I'm sorry, an inn that's fallen down because of a duck.
But that's extra hands now. You see, we can get it done faster.
I'm not letting her out of the cell.
Right. Okay. All right.
I feel like Lorelai would be like, I'd be willing to help.
I know you would, and that's why we're not letting you out of the cell.
And that's what she says.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for the mouse guard, in a very sarcastic way.
You guys could go ahead and I could stay and help. And then catch up. I am experienced with baking and helping out around inns and stuff.
I don't think baking's the problem. I think the hole in the roof, the shape of a duck.
Yeah, they're gonna have to
is the problem.
rebuild. They have to rebuild the camp.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for speaking over you. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, they have to rebuild. I can help out with rebuilding if they need to sell extra bread to raise money or like extra things to raise money. I can help out with that. There's a lot of things I could do
Eric,
here. And
I'm curious. Do we have like mission funds?
No, you have a resources skill.
Oh,
So
shit.
if you wanted to buy something or do something, it's a resources test, like a skill.
Fuck yeah, mine's 5, dude. I could totally just live in like.
You could totally drop some Hamiltons. On
You
this.
know what?
Yeah,
It's
and
kind
I'm
of
here offering to help with my own 2 hands, and you're sitting on that money, not helping.
I'm just kind of like. What is the ranking called again? The one that they're at?
Tender paws.
Tender paws. It's like fucking tender paws. And I pull out like this satchel and just like I open it up and I start putting like coins in the guy's hand, and I look up at the roof and I'm just like, I just put like a scoop in and I just sort of like hand him a scoop and I'm just like, don't say the mouse guard never did anything for you. And then I tighten it up, and it's considerably less jingly than it was before.
So you yeah, give me a resources test for me.
Okay.
You make it ob 2.
So I just roll what, 5d6?
Yep.
Okay.
Other people can technically help if you wanted to.
I
You could,
have
like, chip
a
money
trait
in.
called Guard's Honor.
Yeah. Totally. You could totally use a trait here for that.
Okay. 5 resource and modifier 1 for Guard's Honor. I don't think I have anything else that works here. Maybe Administrator as a skill? Wait, no, skill doesn't work.
No.
I'm still learning.
I know.
This
Yeah.
is... Okay, cool.
Oh,
yeah.
I know.
I'll roll with 6 then. And op 2, you said?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is like you're basically giving him money for raw materials.
Yeah, I don't know what's with my rolls tonight.
You should have gave more. That's really good. So you have no problem giving them the extra money.
Yeah.
For that, and I think the innkeeper is sincere about, you giving them help, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are truly like, oh, this is too much. This is enough to pay back the violets. This is amazing.
Maybe you should hire someone on staff who can protect your inn or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop it from getting assaulted by ducks.
Always keep a jar of honey, just in case.
What are you eating, Chester?
Yeah,
you're just like eating the mold.
What? I'm hungry.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
I feel like Ellie could have at least salvaged some of that bread in some way before Chester started eating it.
That one wasn't a raisin. That one was actually a bean.
For some reason, we're just like walking along. He's holding this big thing. I just imagine him dropping it and it rolling in the dirt, and he picks it up and it's just like
5-second roll. No, it's got a 5-second roll.
Oh shit.
No, okay.
Ellie is just
Ellie,
noticeably distraught by Chester's eating habits right now.
Yeah. So after, did you still want to did you want to still stick around and make sure you help out with the rebuilding of the bakery and stuff too?
What? We are mice. Our ancestors eat off of train tracks.
What's a train?
It's a fictional iron dragon. Makes a mess.
You and your stories.
Eat the shit from the giants.
So, Yeah. So that was Henley's check.
Oh, okay.
He spent his check.
Yeah, I was gonna
to do the test to give the people the money.
I was gonna use my check on, but you know what? My resources will go up, right? So it's a good thing that
mark
I
a
spent it.
success. Yeah, mark a pass.
Cool. Now, guys, do I have to make the instructor check, or can I just use instructor to help them pass something? How does that work?
No, if you wanted to teach somebody like that, someone could donate you a check, and then you could instruct them.
Okay, because I was gonna try and maybe instruct some of you guys on like
Yeah, I
getting.
can donate you that check.
Yeah, what would you like to learn?
I don't know.
It has to be a skill that you have.
Fighter,
that's higher than
healer,
their skill.
hunter, orator, pathfinder, scout, survivalist, weather watcher, armorer, manipulator, administrator, militarist.
Yeah.
Orator could be fun.
Yeah. What is your skill in that?
I have 2.
You have 0? Okay. I have a 2
I have-
in that as well.
If I have 2 in orator, can I help?
Yeah, if you're trying to teach Chester.
Okay. So I'll make
but you couldn't teach. So Huey, you couldn't teach Ellie because your skills are the same.
That's fine. Yeah, but I can teach Tumbleton, right?
Yep, you could totally teach Chester.
I could use another check for persuader at some point.
Yeah, so you could both donate your checks, and then it's kind of seen as you guys are walking back. What is this? What is the instruction
I got
like?
I got a perfect one. It's like, so Chester,
Yes. Yes.
I need you to repeat back some history for me.
Okay.
A mouse guard must know his facts.
Yes.
Tell me a story.
Tell you a story.
Yes, tell me a story. I want to know how much you've actually remembered.
Well,
At the
okay.
mention of storytelling, like Ellie just starts vibrating excitedly.
Yeah, pacing through the ground.
Okay, so any story or like, what do you mean by any like? what
Just
I've
tell us.
remembered?
Just tell me a story that you've learned from your history books.
Sure. Once upon a time, there was a bird, and this bird was born under a oak tree. You see, and this, but it was not under. It was more like under the leaves. It was on the branch in the nest of the parents, and then the bird spent.
Hold up.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Hold
yes.
up. Are you talking about Sparrowfellow? Because it was a maple tree, not an oak tree. Let me correct you on that.
Okay, thank you.
Now
Maple
continue.
tree.
Maple tree.
Maple tree.
Mhm.
And then from there, the bird spent 6 to 7 days with his eyes closed, as every day they would wake up and try to have mother.
I
feed them.
I look over at Ellie, who's vibrating. I'm like, Ellie, can you please correct him on this one?
Yeah, and I feel like this is the point where we make the test, right? You have to keep correcting him, but yeah,
Keep going.
you're just literally like citation needed.
Yeah.
Story, just grilling him, and I feel like Tulip is just kind of like laughing as you guys are doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And good fun.
Am I making a check?
No, I'm making
So-
the instructor check. Right?
So this is an instructor test.
Okay.
Yep. So people are helping with this is for order, right?
Yes.
Orator, yeah.
So you have
Right.
3 people helping you, Henley.
Okay. So the ability rating 2, modifiers 2. I don't have anything I can use here.
You have a trait. or
I have
anything
bold.
You can use?
That's about it. And
Is
I've used
bold
guards.
the only
on-
trait you have?
I have
Oh, yeah.
guards on, which I've used. I've used 2 brave already. So the only thing I have left is bold. So that
Okay.
doesn't really
Yeah.
work here, I don't think.
No, unless you can think of a way how to boldly instruct somebody.
I mean, I am telling him to stop because he's got something wrong from the very first instance he started talking, but I don't think that's bold. I think,
No, I don't think it is.
I think
either.
if there's a
you would
trait
have to
called
convince us
instruct-
it was something was bold
yeah, or maybe teacher or something. I don't know, but I don't think that's
Learned.
the case. Yeah.
or something.
Learned.
Yeah. No.
So,
Okay.
okay.
So the obstacle, we have to ask Chester what the obstacle is for here. It's your current nature rating.
I can't beat that. That's
6.
6.
Yeah.
There's no way I can beat that.
Yeah, if you have a fate.
There's no way I can beat that. How?
You
You
have
can't teach me
how many?
shit,
How much
mentor.
dice do you have? How much dice do you have?
I have 4 total. So wait,
You can roll. If you get a 6, you could spend a fate and get a luck. Or
okay,
something
so
like that.
this is just the game telling us that it's very hard for us to teach Chester something, right?
Yeah, that's what.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
he's so primalistic.
Not necessarily primitive. It's not that you're. It's just that you don't.
That
You
skull
can
is
just
thick.
rely on yourself. Yeah, it just doesn't stick.
Mm-hmm.
You're just you.
Okay. Now, if I somehow manage to beat this,
Yeah, then he would get one.
okay, success is 2.
And you got no 6s.
I got no 1s either.
Like 2
so-
failures. If you have a wise that can help and spend a fate to reroll one of those failures. But I don't think. It would
I like the idea that I've got like this stick and I'm just hitting him with it. No, it's wrong.
And you're like, I don't understand. It's not helping. And
You're just hurting me.
so, here's what happens. I think.
Yeah.
I think, purposes of the game, it would actually be more fun. Mark a success for instructor. But I think
Okay.
Henley.
Wait,
You're tired.
Okay.
I think you end up being tired from
exhausted you.
He's exhausted him from doing that, and everyone else except for obviously for Huey who is learning it is hungry and thirsty. So everyone else has the hungry and thirsty condition
Except for
because you guys have been doing this. Yeah, as you guys roll up to
surprising. I was eating the whole time.
Lockhaven. Yeah.
It's like, we're gonna hold a feast in your honor. I was like, I ate duck vomit. I'm good.
I am good
Right.
for a while.
Yeah. So everyone else is hungry and thirsty for helping in the instructor. But for that, the conditional success though, Chester, you get to mark a test being learned for order.
Yeah.
You just need
I
5
guess.
more.
Yay.
So yeah, learning skills is really hard when you have a high nature. But
Yeah,
in
no
return, you don't have to learn skills because you can just keep dropping your nature.
Drop in nature. Yeah, true.
How do you drop your nature? Like, how do you make your nature go
Lose
under?
skills. You can lose. When you lose, so anytime you use your nature for a skill that's not in your actual nature, you reduce it by 1.
So if you use your
we-
nature to like attack someone or something like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, for example, Ellie used her. You didn't use your nature for Lore Mouse, right? No, you did.
I did.
You used it, yeah, so that gets reduced by 1.
Okay.
Right? So your max stays the same, but your current one goes down.
Is there anything you'd like to learn, Ellie?
I could use more in Persuader. That's a 0. Or if you have a scout higher than 2.
I have a scout 3.
Yeah.
Either one.
I have scout 3, so yeah. I don't have persuader.
Spoilers. Spoilers. You playing the game so that you reduce your nature, so then people can teach you skills is definitely a way of playing the game. That is definitely a thing to do.
Okay, so if do you want to learn that? I mean,
Yes, please.
okay, cool. So maybe it's like one night, like we're sitting around a camp, or something, campfire or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just sort of, you know, I'm like, Ellie, come here. And like maybe I'm standing
Yeah.
off, like looking off in the distance or something like that. And I'm just like, tell me what you see out there.
I see a birch tree and some rocks, tall
that.
grass.
Past that.
Past it.
Yeah. Use the moonlight. Tell me what you see further down.
The moonlight. Is that a river down there?
It is. But do you see that little campfire next to it?
Yeah, I think so.
So next time you're walking around in the dark, those things are like signal fires if you look hard enough. They're only ambers, but if you strain your eyes in the dark, you'll definitely see it.
Okay.
Instructor, I guess?
Yep.
What is your current?
Currently
budget?
3.
Okay.
So it's a lot easier.
Okay. So it helps me too to do instructor a lot, right? Because then it goes up, and then it makes it easier to teach. Yeah.
You're getting tests for instructor as well.
I don't think there's any help now. Or maybe
Unless Tulip can help.
I have a wise.
You're testing scout.
Yeah.
Scout. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, she'll tell you a story about how hunting is relevant, and she's a hunter, so hunting and scout is like her specialties.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
1.
totally. Yeah.
And the orb is 3. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
I will spend a persona, good sir, and I will use Nightwise.
Okay. So reroll all of them.
Wait, so what is Wises here with the personas fate, fail, pass thing mean?
It's called when you use a wise and you spend the fate or the persona, or you use a wise to pass a test, to help you pass a test or fail a test. If you mark all 4 of them, you're eligible to replace that wise if you should wish. Otherwise, you reset it.
Reset it. What does reset mean? Like as in once I use it, I can't
just
use
don't
it?
check it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'll re-roll all those. Oof.
Okay. Well,
I'll spend a fate.
yeah, spend a fate to get those other 2. Really trying hard to get this test in here.
There we go.
Got it. Okay, just got it. Boy, dude, 3 dice for an ob 3 is very, very hard.
Yeah.
So good work.
I mean, it helps me to pass these things too.
So typically you don't end up, when you roll like 12 dice, you don't typically get 10 successes or whatever it was. You freaking monster.
Yeah,
like,
that's
typically
right.
having a high pool of dice doesn't necessarily guarantee you many more successes. It's almost like 2 for 1 is basically 50%. And if you want to be like a quick eyeball math to help you out.
Yeah, sure.
Right. 2 dice per obstacle is what you need.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I guess you advance your scout.
Yes. So scouting advances. Ellie, your scout doesn't go up to 1. You have the option now to this lesson to either impart a success or a failure check to that skill.
How many failures or checks do I need to get it to from 2 to 3?
Yep. So you need 1 failure.
Okay.
And you need 2 successes.
Okay.
How much? So wait. So that means my instructor goes up to 3.
Yes. Well, no. How many
I have
times
2
you only
passes.
use instructor? Your instructor is level 2, right?
It is, yeah.
You need 2 passes and 1 fail.
And 1 fail.
Yeah.
So I need to fail instructor as well.
Yep.
That's a weird system. Okay.
That's why. No, that's why instructor's good though, because you can impart a failure to somebody.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, next time I do instructor, boys, someone has to fail.
Yeah. Here's spoilers. Try to help Chester.
Yeah, pretty much.
With his 6. That's a good one.
I think Myth is frozen in time.
Oh God, I thought Myth was just quiet, but he is frozen in time, in space.
No. He hasn't said anything, but
let's all just imitate him.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
your camera's
you
frozen.
My camera's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, let me try.
Okay.
Better?
No, still the same.
Negative.
What?
But I've
You
got
are
your picture
frozen in
there,
time.
so it's fine.
A meat popsicle.
I am a meat. Oh, you're back now. Look at that. You're moving now.
Hey, you're good.
Okay. Well, I guess we're good to continue now that everyone's spent their checks. So.
Cool. All right. See, this is good though. Once again, like this is only our second session. We're still learning everything. But this is about the extent of everything there is to know about Mouse Card. Now it's just memorizing it. I think you guys have kind of seen all aspects of the game. as far as things go, except for non-fighting conflicts and how those work. Because you can have like weapons, you can equip weapons and non-fighting skills. Like if you have evidence in an argument, it counts as a weapon, that kind of stuff. Right? It just the game works on that level. But like that's it. That's so we all spent our checks then, right?
Yeah.
Or does Ellie? Because we just spent 2 checks for instructors.
Yeah.
And I spent
in
my
order
check
to learn skills, and so this is imparted as sort of the it lessons on our trip back down to Lockhaven. Right.
Yeah.
The journey back to Lockhaven. So we'll pick up next session with Lockhaven. Let's do some experience. Let's do the last part of the game, experience. All right. So really easy. The game's pretty short. You always know how many things is going to happen is based on. I'm going to offer you kind of 2 kind of complex problems. Then you each all have checks to spend, and then the session, and then we do experience, and the session's over. Like that's every session is going to be in sort of that structure.
Okay.
So let's talk about experience. The first things we want to do is review and see what our goals are and whether or not we accomplished our goals. So let's just go in order. Huey Oak, what was your belief, and do you think you played into it at some point or another?
I shall not hesitate in life or combat, as they should be treated as the same thing. I don't think I hesitated in the combat. I think I rolled pretty much in there straight away, but
yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Absolutely, dude. You crushed it. You came in there with a very serious demeanor, and you just Batmaned an entire group of baddies.
Yeah, but I was also never given a chance to not hesitate, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was no repercussions to what I did, so...
Sure, but you also didn't hesitate, though.
Okay, I'll accept that.
Right?
So what does that get in net me?
Markstone and those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I destroyed an entire village of mice.
So you earned a fate point.
Fuck
for your belief.
That's awesome.
Eleuthium,
Yes.
what was your belief?
A functioning society is the only thing that keeps us from being food in a harsh wilderness. We must all play our roles for a society to function. If I cannot perform my duties, no matter the circumstances, then I fail all of society and myself. I feel like I did that, but I don't feel great about it.
I feel like you role-played it, at least.
Yeah, but hey, that's good though. That's good.
Like, does a belief have to be, like... Do you have to,
Tested?
like... I mean, like... Can a belief be both, like, a positive outcome and a negative outcome for that belief to get, like, a fate point from? Or, like, how does that work?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is actually a big part of the game. So when your belief is put on the line and you're not liking something about it, if you choose to lean into that belief and still play it, and even there's no kind of like roll, that's still okay. But if a belief gives you trouble and you don't like it, the game has an out for you. It's called Mold Breaker, and it's when you play your belief the opposite way. Like you realize that, like, oh, this isn't like this isn't what I believe anymore. The opposite is true, or like this other way is true. Then you actually can earn persona
instead of fate.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So like say you had a belief being that I'm a tenderpaw and I'm worthless, and then you show up being like, no, my buddies are in danger. I'm stepping in. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to tap my persona. I'm going to do something amazing and save the day. And you do. And everyone's like, well done. You're awesome. I played against my belief that I'm garbage, that I'm a dumpster fire, and won, right? So there's ways of showing like that sort of growth, right? That dramatic moment of you changing. It's hard to quantify, but that moment, you know it when it happens, when you're like, oh, I don't believe this anymore, right? This is other things true.
Okay.
We're amazing adventurers, and everything's going to happen in this, and we're going to get out of here with a bunch of treasure. And then halfway through the dungeon, two of your buddies are dead, another one's insane, and you're left with a spear as kobolds are creeping in, and you're like, oh shit. That's Torchbearer. That's also in this style of game, and that's it. Like, that's sometimes when you don't believe it anymore, that's the thing. So the game gives you an avenue of being like, yeah, if my belief doesn't want to work. Anyways, I just rambled for 5 minutes for a simple question. Let's continue.
All good.
So So those are beliefs, right?
Chester, what's yours? Yeah.
Mine is I will become the mouse my parents want and see the mouse of bravery and integrity, one that will not flee.
I don't think you fleed at all. I think you
did not flee.
And you walked in, you looked at the duck right in his duck dumb face, and
right in his ducking face.
Yep.
Give him some honey.
Yeah, and get him some honey. Cool.
Yeah, you totally helped out.
And then ate his vomit.
That's right. Just among friends. And what do I and
it's a fate point for that. Yeah.
That's a fate sweet.
Yep.
Goal.
Cool.
I guess next.
Yep, let's do goals. If you accomplish your goal, you earn persona. If you work towards your goal, you earn fate.
Okay. Mine was stop the bandit threat. I feel like I stopped them pretty good.
Yeah, persona.
Yeah. Okay.
You next.
Go for it.
My goal was to save Tulip.
Consider her saved.
Good job.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
My goal was eat breakfast with my friends.
And you did.
And I did.
You survived,
I
essentially.
survived, exactly. But I did.
Yeah, you
have
weren't
breakfast
kidnapped.
because I had duck bread.
Yeah, that's true.
Duck
Does
bread.
it count if we didn't eat breakfast?
Yes,
Yeah.
it counts.
Okay.
It counts.
No one
There
wanted
was,
to eat.
yeah, but like I think we know what was the spirit of the law of your goal, rather than the actual.
I'm just joking around a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Good work. So those are our goals. Instincts. Did anyone play in their instincts?
Mine's a little murky. I said mine is I'll put my body between danger and my friends because my body is stronger than my friends. I don't feel like that ever came up. I don't know.
No.
I don't think I ever like pushed them out of the way of a speeding iron dragon, for example.
No. Like a duck is dangerous, and you stood back. So that was probably one of the few opportunities, I think, or maybe something in town. But no. Like those were opportunities.
How can I change an instinct?
Between sessions.
Okay, I feel like I want to change.
You're not
mine.
bound. Yeah.
I want to change.
You just can't change.
Yeah, I feel like I want to change it to something like these. What are they called? Light paws.
Tender paws.
These tender paws are still green. They need to be taught.
Yeah, that's a great instinct. That's also a fantastic instinct. Just also side note, that's a fantastic instinct in Torchbearer, but that's just a good instinct to have. That's a great one.
Okay.
And you're already showing it, so yeah, maybe make a note of that for next session, or just in your character sheet now.
I'm writing it.
But
right now.
yeah, but you don't have to, just because your character has a belief at the start, like in, when you made them, you can change your belief in your instincts every session. Just can't do it in the middle of play.
No, yeah, that's fair.
Yep. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to evolve based on circumstances and stuff. So that's entirely the point of why we play, actually, is to see our characters change and grow as mice. So cool.
Nice.
As mice. And
Right,
so
Kika.
who else who think played up their instincts? Maybe Ellie. What do you have?
I have help and protect others to the best of my ability. And I believe I helped Chester right at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Yep, you helped
100%.
Chester immediately. Yeah, that was an amazing role too. Yeah, that was really good.
And I did
for
not
sure.
hesitate against that vicious duck.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. You went right into danger.
So is that Persona or Fate?
It's fate.
Okay.
When you go against your instincts, is that when you get persona?
No, you don't get any benefit for going against your instinct.
These tender paws are green. It's like, well, I won't teach them anymore, and I get all the persona in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Myth. What about Chester?
Chester's this is their instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
Never
Chester's
wish to
instinct?
kill a creature again, bug, weasel, big or small. And I faced that duck and didn't even hurt it.
Yeah. You offered something
Same.
personal.
Yeah.
But you also shield bashed a mouse.
Yep, didn't kill it.
Yeah.
Oh, so harming's okay, but not killing.
Yep.
Cool.
I wish to kill.
Just being an accessory is fine.
You're like the Batman.
Arguably self-defense.
Yeah, fat man.
You're Batman. It's like as long as I drop him off a 4-story building, I didn't kill him. It's the fall that killed him. You know, like yeah.
So cool. That's good. So those are instincts. We did our goals. The last ones are all their persona ones for each session, starting with MVP. This is the most valuable player. This is the player who had the clutch roll of the evening.
I think we all know who that is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chester.
Fucking Mr. Can we? I just want to take a screenshot of that roll again because that's just the most crazy. That's one of the craziest rolls I think I've seen.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I've seen a 100 on a D100, then a 20 on a D20 back to back from one player, aka me.
The probability of rolling 11 successes on 12 dice is very, very, very small.
And then I got, what was it, 2 D6s in a row? Two sixes on 2 D6s?
Oh yeah, let me also. I just need to get the whole thing.
Yeah.
Once I saw a player roll 3 ones in a row on a d20, and then when told to roll low, they rolled a 20.
Nailed it.
Oh, Jesus.
Just that was all in a row.
I've seen 3 separate players try and save a player from dying, and everyone's like, okay, first one, roll a 1. Okay. Second player rolls a 1. Third player rolls a 1. It's like, oh, he's fucking dead now. Like you can't save him now. Okay, so what's that? MVP is a persona?
Yes, it's a persona point.
Cool. Yep.
All right. The next one is teamwork. The person who helped out a bunch of people and really, like workhorsed their the whole team, making sure everyone was good.
I feel like this should go to Kika or Ellie, because of the start. She rolled the that particular thing that gave everyone, and then she expanded her die even further to do both of them to help with that attack roll. So I feel like that's a good one. And then,
and even beyond that, she also took Chester aside to speak with him.
Yep.
About how he's feeling and stuff, and help guide him into thinking better about the guard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Cool. Persona?
Yeah, that's persona.
Yep, that's persona. Okay. And the last one is embodiment. And the person who roleplayed their character the best.
You know what? I'm still going to go with Ellie on that one.
Encapsulating their personality. If they had any conditions, playing up their conditions. I think Ellie and Chester should both get persona.
Oh, that's right. That's the double one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You do both?
Yeah, more than one person can have. Just not everybody.
Yeah.
I definitely think Chester should get it with the freaking eating the crumbs before anybody said anything. I just think that is, in itself is like perfectly Chester.
So, but
you know what
Myth
I mean?
was actually just eating in real life, I think.
But I was also eating anyway in game. It was a acting tool.
Yes, telling that story.
Oh, that's true. The story, but then Ellie also, you just like off the cuff, just your Legends of the Guard wise, just like. Totally.
It's like the bardic knowledge of this game.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
so,
it's funny when bardic knowledge is used as bardic knowledge and not just a roll.
Yeah.
Nice work, guys. Yeah, man, this is awesome. So good work, everybody. That's the game. We just played Mouse Card session 2.
Cool. So let's do some shout outs. Let's start off with Mythmatic, my man. What up?
Hello. Hey everybody, my name is Mythmatic. I'm a roleplay streamer and voice actor here on Twitch. What that means is I will play video games and I will roleplay within them. You can come check me out. I usually do different characters for each different game, and I, of course, change my voice from character to character. Come check me out. Twitch.tv/Mythmatic. I also have a Twitter. Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, Kika, let's hear from you.
Hi, I'm Kika. I don't do too much streaming on Twitch regularly because I'm busy as a pre-med student. But when I do, it's usually either playing Dota or playing older RPGs, in which I try to voice act every single character in the game using
that's
my
painful. Holy crap.
Yeah, using my almost like 3.5-ish octaves of vocal range. And yeah, that's twitch.tv/Kika, twitch.tv/KIKKA. You can also follow me on Twitter and stuff if you want, but I don't do too many exciting things on there. Maybe if you want to see like some pictures of flowers occasionally.
Oh. Speaking about the flower of my life, let's talk about Eric Vulgaris. What up, sir?
Hey, I'm a Twitch streamer at twitch.tv/Eric Vulgaris. I do role-playing stuff. I really want to talk about this amazingly handsome other person named Henley.
Oh, dude.
If you guys don't know yet, Henley streams at twitch.tv/Henley.
Wait.
No.
Whoa.
Wait, I know.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Also, I want to talk about Henley because I think you have a special announcement for this week that you were talking about to people, or am I wrong?
Well, I am putting my resignation in at work, and I'm going to try and do this full time for at least maybe a year. We'll see how we go. Which means more die party stuff. So yay.
Yeah.
I don't know much more to say other than that right now. I mean, the stuff's still being finalized, so you know, I'm putting in my resignation on Wednesday, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very different. I'm going to be keeping, I think, the 14-hour days on Twitch, if my current schedule is to be believed. So we'll see how we go with that.
Not to mention the countless hours that we all put in terms of graphics, in terms of Twitter, in terms of everything, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
right? It's a labor of love.
It is, yeah. But you know, it's gonna be exciting to see how much growth can come out of it. You know, like I've always ever done this as like a part-time thing, or like a, you know, I'm just doing it for the lols. But you know, the more I do this, the more I want to just keep doing it. So, you know, like,
well, you have an amazing, like, your community loves you, man. Like, you have friends, you know, you've met through the internet. Like, I have so many friends. I have stronger relationships with people I've never met in real life than I, you know, for some people, and it's just crazy. It's just it's absurd, and I love it, and it feels so, I don't know, I'm so happy for you. You love role-playing games as much as I do, and like you're making it, and that's amazing. I think it's amazing that we live in a world where a person can get by like doing that's just it's crazy. It's crazy that's even an option that like you can even like kind of could try to pursue, because I love more people to play role-playing games. That's all. And I love it, and I love that it's an avenue. So. And people want to watch it. Like, so thank you, chat, for watching games. Like, it's amazing that this is entertaining and fun, and people want to do this because, like, it's crazy. It's so cool.
Like the amount of love and support. Like one of the things that I'm really adamant about is the archives for this stuff. I mean, unfortunately, we're dropping the MP3 version, the podcast version of this, because it's just not working, unfortunately. But like just on YouTube alone, like the amount of people that just sit there and just, like, I had a dude the other day tell me that he marathoned through all of my stuff, which is like fucking close to 500 hours of content.
Wow.
Which is just insane when you think about it. And some of my earlier stuff is kind of just like, oh god, did he really watch that? But like,
tell me about it.
But there's some really good shit in there, and it's nice to have people be like come out the end of a 500-hour, you know, just backlog and just be like, fucking give me more, you know, like that sort of shit is good. I love that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they watched you for 500 hours.
You know how many beard
my
cycles
parents haven't watched me for 500 hours.
If you watch Night City alone, my beard goes like, you know, like
so one of your loyalist fans should definitely make a gif of just chronicling your beard over Night City.
Ugh, I don't know if I want to see that.
I want to see it. So.
And just because of that, just have a span of a few weeks where you do something crazy with your beard, like dye half of it, just so it's just like a few frames of something weird and then it's gone?
I can't say I've ever done that, but I used to have a beard like down to here or whatever. So like, yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed tonight's show, make sure you follow the channel and follow all these beautiful bastards as well. If you're feeling real sassy, why don't you subscribe and get access to some emotes where you can literally show off my cock to everyone around Twitch. You know, that's just the beauty of that. You can make dick jokes wherever you go. And yeah, guys, we have Night City is going to be on this last episode tonight, I guess, for me. But, Monday for everyone else. And after that, we're looking at Demon the Following or Vampire the Masquerade. One of the two. It's gonna be either one of those.
Vampire.
Well, we have another space, maybe. I don't know.
I love World of Darkness.
World of Darkness is good, but yeah, it's either going to be GM'd by myself or Dr. Wreckage, one of the two. He's a World of Darkness aficionado GM. So.
Cool.
And that's going to take the Monday slot, maybe in a couple of weeks after Night City ends. So, what else? Board Games Beta Bros will be back this week, but check the schedule for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, bandit life doesn't pay. It really doesn't. No, it really doesn't. Good night, everyone.